All right, greetings everybody. Welcome back once again to the King of Tides Hero Club's weekly Twitch stream. Welcome everybody. My name is George Primavera. I will be your DM this evening, as I am always. We will meet our player characters in a moment, but just first, right off the bat, a couple of quick intro points. If you don't know who we are Hero Club, as well as many other people you don't see on this screen right now. Our normal bag, our main thing, is we do a podcast where we take our live D&D sessions, mix them down into these fast-paced, immersive, radio drama-esque type things, usually like an hour-ish long. Really proud of what we've done. If you're curious about what those kinds of things sound like, go check our About section under our Twitch or check out our website, heroclubpodcast.com. It's an anthology, so you can jump in any genre, any story that looks interesting to you. And if you check out Here There Be Monsters, for example, you will become familiar with the setting that we are playing in tonight, as we do every night. It is the Emporia setting. A couple of notes about the Emporia setting that we have created ourselves. First of all, everybody is going to be playing anthropomorphic animal characters. So get ready for that. We will meet our anthropomorphic player characters in just a moment. They'll tell you who they all are. In terms of technology time period, we're looking at like mid-18th century, peak of the pirate times. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of pirates.
Speaking of pirates.
But like more rights for women?
Right, exactly.
Right.
That's very true.
I think it every week, but I've never said it.
In terms of the government and the general vibe and culture of the setting, magic is illegal and made punishable by death. There is only one religion, the Church of Soul. They worship the sun as a celestial entity. There are many other gods and goddesses and religions that are sort of underground, and plenty of magic that's been suppressed and hidden. And let us go ahead and meet our player characters who may or may not be affected by those laws and ramifications. First up, let's go ahead and meet Dylan McCullum. Dylan?
Hey everyone, I'm Dylan McCullum. I play fan favorite Nesbit Bisbee. He's an anteater ranger, swarmkeeper ranger, with a little bit of warlock for flavor. It also falls upon me every single time to apologize for our abomination. Because animals are people, bugs are animals, and that means that if you don't like bugs, get out. Leave. Save yourself.
No, don't. It'll be fine.
No,
it'll be fine.
It'll be
Stop.
so
Don't
bad.
leave.
You don't understand.
Fears.
You don't understand how many ants are going to be crawling in your ears.
We are finally in a settlement, in a city, in a beautifully civilized place where there are not so many gross buggies that I get to throw at people.
Unfortunately, there's a horrid invasion that has been taking
Well, unfortunately, there's an entire character whose whole thing is ants do magic. So I'm sorry about it.
There's Dylan for you folks. Let's go over and meet Gabe Greenspan.
Hi, I'm Gabe Greenspan. I play Zygo Coiltail, a Goo-Drew chameleon that is Great Old One Warlock and Circle of Stars Druid. And he's a chameleon. That's what I said. That's who he is, and that's who I am.
Anna Fagerbucky.
Hi, I'm Green Gabespan, and I play Cano, a paladin and warlock. And we'll find out what happens with that arrangement later this episode. Do I need anything else? I'm a goose. That's it. Get out of here.
Get out of here, goose.
Natasha Mercado.
Hi, I am Zaza Checo. I'm a hyena and I'm a barbarian and I don't do magic, but I wear leather. That's pretty cool. Cheers, everyone.
Wow. And finally, Jackie Emerson.
Hello, I'm playing Joey Robbins, the chaotic rogue arcane trickster 10-year-old coyote, and I'd like you all to know that my headphones have not gotten better this year.
Jesus Christ, Jackie.
I had not looked at them until now, and that's really unacceptable.
So bad.
I'm a method. I'm a
hiding
method
it.
player.
Everybody, as you can see around me, we got some very fancy people on the stream tonight, excepting
What?
me, of course, because I'm above such things.
There's
But
just no fancy clothes.
we have a fun condition to introduce that we have homebrewed today. Many of you are familiar with conditions in D&D as blinded, deafened, poisoned, stunned, incapacitated. Well, now get ready for the fancy condition. Let me read to you what the fancy condition entails, folks.
Tell me,
okay.
George.
This was something we homebrewed, and it is very fun. I am a big fan of it, so pay attention because it shall only be repeated as many times as you need it. When a character is fancy based on their clothing, They have advantage on stealth checks to blending in with other fancy folk, but disadvantage on all other kinds of stealth checks. You gain a +2 to your charisma score when you are considered fancy.
What?
Are you?
Your speed is reduced by 5 feet, as the clothing is well-fitting but deeply uncomfortable.
Oh my
That makes
god.
sense.
Oh my lord.
So slow.
If you must make a strength or dexterity-based roll at any time,
Yep.
or you take any damage, you roll a d8. On a 1,
Oh, okay, I see what-
you have damaged your fancy clothing.
Mhm.
After your fancy clothing has been damaged 3 times, you are no longer fancy.
Oh.
Oh, you fancy, huh?
If your charisma score is 12 or above while you are fancy, you gain the following benefits.
Oh my god.
What?
If your
Bards
charisma
in
is
Emporia will likely give you the benefit of the doubt in minor altercations.
Oh.
1. Likely. Number 2, you will not draw secondary glances, even if, for example, your wanted poster should be nearby.
Ooh.
Get me a fancy hooded.
If your charisma is now 18 or above while fancy, you gain these following benefits. Nobody questions you or anyone with you when you enter public grounds that could be considered exclusive or high society,
What?
and you need not present any pedigree or papers to prove your identity in normal society.
Whoa.
This
Wow.
is
guys.
this
Guys,
is
we gotta get
busted.
fancy.
Whoever homebrewed that. Let's get fancy right now.
Your boy
Guys.
homebrewed this.
I'm gonna have that 18 with the +2
Oh man.
to charisma, so I'm very excited.
So slow,
God.
so slow, but very, very beautiful. That's right. I just saw that in the thing.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh my
It's a
God.
you said -5 to speed, right?
This is
It is
big.
-5 feet. That's right. Mhm. So I believe when we kicked off, folks, we were quite
lot of things
scattered
on
to the
this.
winds. If I remember, we had a couple different things going on.
Mhm.
Let us pick up. I believe. Let's just locate everybody before we start, shall we? We have Zaza and Zygo, the Z's, who
Zizi.
have effectively made their way into the room that they have rented from Ren Wrong at the Wrong Resort. You guys have secured
Say
a
that.
first floor room right by the front door, really close to the desk. Meanwhile, the rest of the party remains outside, hiding in some bushes from a guard that keeps making their patrol past. I believe somebody had made a decision after looking at a bulletin board to head and potentially find some papers to fake.
Yeah, it was myself. It was Nesbit, Joey, and Sven.
Mm.
I'm in a
ones who were
cave
at the
alone.
bulletin board, and that's where we left.
And that's right. And then Kano is out in her cave alone. So,
Did
Let
we already
us-
say the mayfly as well?
oh, well, we can talk about the Mayfly as well. Yeah, so what just happened and what is happening in the city after an encounter in the ethereal plane against a being known as the Mayfly, who cursed denizens of the forest with a madness curse of some kind that seemed to spur them to aggression uncharacteristic of the people living there, to the point where they were raising an ancient being that lived beneath the swamp to do battle with the city that you are now in, Key East. Now, within Key East, you've just started realizing that there are lots of very heartfelt reunions going on around you. Very similar to the ones that you saw take place in the swamp, as people were, the Mayfly had been taking people sporadically and bamping them into the ethereal plane, leaving no trace of them anywhere behind. So people were just disappearing left and right. And now it would seem that while the village, the swamp folks were so deeply affected, so too were the citizens of Key East. There are a heavy amount of notices everywhere, very hodgepodge and slapdash and put up at the last second, telling people who may have been returning from the incident to report and get your papers reaffirmed and to be reassigned living quarters while everything is worked out. So there's quite a little bit of extra chaos, and it's sort of it's a stressful chaos, but there's like hints of joy and love throughout, and sadness, where perhaps somebody hasn't come back yet, but they're being waited on. You guys didn't see anybody die or injured, particularly in the ethereal plane, so perhaps people are just waiting on their loved ones to come. But yeah, we let's before we worry about the folks on the outside, or folks on the inside rather, excuse me, reverse that. Let us talk about the folks on the outside. What would you all like to do, knowing that Zaza and Zygo have not come out of the wrong resort and casino quite yet? That Thieves' Cant symbol in the bottom left-hand corner is still imprinted in the sign. It looked like sort of an S with 4 dashes on either side of it. And I believe it's decision time for you folks. So, what would we like to do?
This is perfect. We can this is what I was talking about, Grubchild. This is about blending into your surroundings. Come with me. Are you still a hippo? Yes, right?
Yes, we do have some
Yes.
disguise self spells happening right now on Joey, who is
That's
normally a small coyote, is now a very rotund,
Tiny hippo.
Oh God.
very short and rotund
Small
hippo. That's right.
rotund.
Remember when I thought I was a giant hippo? And then
I
it
will
turned
just
out I was only
Only a little taller, only a foot taller.
I will start doing what I did before, and I don't know if I might be distance-wise not able to, but I'll be just going kind of like around the perimeter of this building, just shouting in my head, Zygo! 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 Just like reaching out telepathically.
Oh.
As soon as you get like within, all of a sudden, yeah, it pops in. Go, Zygo!
Duh!
Zygo! Yeah.
Yes, Nesbit, I am here. What do you need? Where are you?
right outside.
You can actually, she is in the front, and you guys have been placed like with the windows facing towards the back. So he is not out the window. He is literally out front of the casino.
Gotcha.
They're giving the people that left, like you did, they're reinstating papers in town for people who have been missing. So since you were missing, we can get papers for us.
Perhaps it would be best for Zaza and I to come join you then.
I think so. We left Kano back in the cave so that the guards were really looking at Kano a lot.
Understood. Well, she is probably the one who needs papers more than anybody, right? Alright, well, perhaps we can move sneakily through the city, at least until we can get to where we might acquire some papers.
Also, we're, from what you've said, we're also getting looks just because, we're filthy.
Ah. Yes. Right.
What you've told me is not good.
No. Especially probably not in a city such as this. Perhaps we can address it as well. See if we might be able to find some new clothes.
Okay.
I will get Zaza, and then perhaps we will go pick up Kano.
Okay. Nesbit just turns to Joey and Sven, who he was also talking to in his head, like he was just like making sure it wasn't exclusive, like you also were hearing it.
Full broadcast.
So we're good. Let's just wait.
I'm very good at waiting.
Zaza, you'll knock on the door next to me because I remember Zaza was in the other room.
Yeah, Zaza is occupying the other room. That's right.
Zaza,
Yes.
I believe Nesbit has made a plan for us to go and acquire some papers as well as some new clothes. Perhaps to better be a part of the city that we are in now.
Can we see if there's a gift shop? There has to be some
in the
kind
casino?
of... Yeah, there has to be some kind of clothing here. Maybe we can bring something out real fast.
Oh, as like a sort of a basic get us into the city. Sure, yeah, let us see if there was a gift shop.
Not for selfish reasons.
So there is no gift shop, but make an investigation check.
Zaza wants a set of coasters.
Yeah.
15 on mine.
15?
6.
6. Zaza, you come up pretty short. Your room's pretty bare, and it's just been made. It's very nice for sure, but it is made in a way that it would imply that there's lots of room for whatever belongings you would bring. Of course, you're packing pretty light right now, so it's pretty barren. However, Zygo, in your room, you open up the closet, and there are a couple of freshly pressed relaxation robes. They're pure white. Pretty thin, but they have the logo of the Wrong Resort over the left breast.
It seems weird to wear robes out into public, but he'll grab them and bring them over to Zaza. This is all I could find.
Okay, maybe we can turn them inside out so the logo isn't showing.
Make them just very fancy white terry cloth jacket sort of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might work. Sure.
Okay.
I'm very into just trying other people's ideas today because so far mine have gone, badly.
There are 2 robes, just so you know.
2.
Okay. I'll give one to Zaza.
Okay. You guys have your robes. You meet out in the hallway. Are we heading out wearing the robes?
No, I don't need the rope, so I'm carrying it.
Oh, carrying it. Okay, gotcha. Zygo, you as well?
Sure. Yeah, I'll carry my robe.
Okay, you guys have your robes under your arm. You see the zebra behind the counter, Ren. She is marking something with a little quill. As you all leave, she just call out to you really quick. If the rest of your party is going to be here, please tell them to see me and give them... What name should I verify with? What name will they give me if they're friends of yours?
Zaza.
Oh, what?
They can use your name, yes?
Yeah, they can use my name.
And that is?
Zaza Checo.
Ah, Zaza Checo.
Yes.
All right. Well done. And I will need to see your papers before the evening, or else we will have to, unfortunately, refute your room. So make sure you report to me before you head off to bed.
George, do I have my papers on me right now?
You gave them
Zaza, you already checked in. You are good. You had your papers on you. You're 100% good to go.
Is she talking to me?
She's talking to you and the rest of the friends.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Also, it's worth noting that she has to mention this to everyone because of what's happening in the city right now.
Yes.
Lots of people don't have their papers, so they need provisional papers to be able to stay anywhere in the city at the moment.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, very good. Have a good one. Oh, and also, if you feel so inclined, we do offer a very pleasant charter with our Captain Horton down by the docks. It's a pleasurable cruise if you should seek to relax while you're staying at the Wrong Resort.
Well, that sounds nice, huh?
Hmm.
Maybe later. Thank you so much.
And she gives you a little nod as you head out the door, walk out onto the main streets. As a carriage trundles past, you see a rotund, very short hippo wave at you very enthusiastically next to Nesbit and Sven.
That is Joey. I do not know.
Are you serious?
I do not know if we clarified this when she was inside, but yes, that is Joey.
It's me. It's Joey.
Zaza just like sighs the biggest sigh in the world.
That is correct. That is the right reaction.
Yeah.
Where are you all heading off to as you regroup on the street?
Well, I want to give my robe to someone to maybe help disguise in any way.
Yes, we have these robes. I do not know if they will be up for that at all, but we have them.
I don't. Maybe Cano. But I don't know. I think the poster said, the thing on the thing said that we could go towards to get our papers that way. I feel like from what you've said, when people have gone through bad things in the swamp, we could look this bad.
It's certainly possible. Perhaps even someone would want to help us out better. Generosity of spirit and whatnot.
And then if we go find that guy that Button Eye told me about, Riff, in the marketplace? We could probably get papers for everybody.
Yes, but also perhaps we could just get PayPals. It seems as if provisionary PayPals are something that should be in ample supply.
But that would require talking to government officials, right?
Perhaps, yes.
Button Eye never proved me wrong except for a few times.
Should we just go get Kano and figure out else from there?
Let's get Kano.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys all stalk off back the way you came, sort of towards the outskirts of the beachfront properties of Key East, and we will pan over to Kano. Kano, you are sitting by the ocean side, right at the mouth of this cave. A little bit of solitude. It's very nice. You look out onto the water, and now we are going to have your choice. Sitting alone. Oh my God. Oh my gourd. Sorry, it's so loud. Sitting alone, you get a little bit of time to reflect. You feel an anxiety and a potential within you, perhaps born of the extreme circumstances that you find yourself in. You just have a lot of extra energy and nothing that it's been devoted to yet. At this point, as a level 7 paladin and a level 1 warlock, you are now going to, a level 6 paladin and a level 1 warlock. Is that what you are? Level 2 warlock.
No. 6 plus 1 is 7.
Oh, excuse me. Yes, 6 plus 1 is 7. There we go. I forgot we started at like level 7.
What?
What level did we start at?
5.
3.
5?
Started at 5.
No.
Yeah.
We
We
did
started
You
at
all
5.
said
We
different
started at
numbers.
5.
We started at 5. We did start at 5. You're right. You are now going to
Where are
level
we?
up. You are going to level up to level 8. So give me a little description of what Kano's thinking right now.
Okay. Kano, first off, is stressed because she, in the course of her life, has always been able to be fully herself. And right now, she is feeling as if that is her biggest enemy right now. And she hates that. So Kano's freaking out a little bit. And as she's gone on this journey and learned more, and she like glances down kind of in a pool, a still pool, because I'm in the like tide pool area of the cave, and she sees the like purple scar that's on her cheek. And she very frustratedly just swipes it aside. And she sits down, and as she's taking some deep breaths and kind of has a little moment, she reaches into her bag and kind of looks around her. And she picks up a little piece of a shell, a bit of moss, a rock, and then she opens a book. And inside is that dried, pressed flower with the silver petals and the deep red center that she got over 20 years ago at this point. And she lays them all out next to each other, along with a little token with a picture of a lotus on it. She sets those all out and just closes her eyes and breathes, listening to the waves flow back and forth, back and forth.
Okay. At this point, you start to feel the wind pick up, and you see just very gentle little white caps scattered throughout the waves. You have this fleeting memory of, it just sort of flashes before your eyes, that very clear memory of the flower when it was alive before you had pressed it within the book, and that feeling that you felt within yourself of that call to action, and you feel something cutting you off from that to a degree. And every time you try to think, you just keep picturing yourself swimming in that endless water with that behemoth being above you, lording over you. bestowing upon you power, but also connecting you to a source of chaos and anxiety. Am I correct in that you want to retrain your warlock level away and regain your paladin levels?
Mm-hmm.
I need you to make a religion check, please.
Okay. Okay. 14?
Okay, yeah. So your first contact is successful. You breathe slow. You start to feel, you see the flower in front of your eyes more and more. I need you to make one more religion check, please.
Oh, that's not good. That's 9.
And then you feel it. The anxiety rise up on the back of your neck. You feel the hair spin. You feel the feathers stick up and like ruffle. And you just feel a voice reach out to you through the ether of endless voids, millions of miles away. You cannot just leave, powerful one. We made a deal. Make another religion check for me.
Kano, her eyes still closed. I don't know what this roll is going to be, but Kano, her eyes still closed, whispers back, "Watch me." And rolls a 12.
That is a success. You start to feel it shoved down. If somebody were looking at Kano, you'd see her beak grit and her feathered hands gripping the rock. She's sweating. Now the water starts to pick up. The waves are a bit bigger. And the crashing is a bit louder at your feet as you sit outside of the cave. I need you to make another religion check, please.
6. I need to do a different dice. I've rolled a nat 20 the first time.
6 is a failure.
Yep.
There is no renouncing. There is no backtrack. Give in. You have so much to gain.
You are going to make one more religion check. However, if there is anything you can do that you can think of that might better your chances, I will allow you to think of it now.
Use my athletics modifier. Can I bless myself and can it be a save?
You can absolutely cast Bless on yourself, and it is a save to a degree.
It is a
save? I will consider this a save. I know we're making ability checks right now, but the function of them is a save. So I'm happy to make it Bless. As long as you cast Bless on yourself. Are you casting Bless?
Yeah, her eyes still closed, feeling the anxiety that she's been trying to keep at bay, wanting to just burst through. Kano will suddenly become outlined in a pale white light as she casts Bless on herself.
There's a shattering along the rock as Kano focuses. Little cracks appear in otherwise solid chunks of sediment as a little bit of sand shifts down the hill. Make one more religion check.
Okay. And so what does that... And so it's just like a religion save, so it's the same thing.
So it's like you get to add a d4 as if it's a save.
Right. And my paladin thing.
You're not going to add your paladin +3 aura to this. No. I know. We're finagling some rules here.
It's fine. I knew it was broken when I suggested it. Well, not that.
Get those honks going, folks. Here it comes.
Baby. Come on.
Okay.
No pressure. Just
okay.
Nat 20.
Yeah. Okay. And with all this conflict going on inside of her, I've been giving in to that for far too long. I rolled a nat 20.
Let's fucking go! Let's go!
Yes,
Let's go!
My little Christmas dice.
Wow. Wow.
Good night, everybody.
Oh man,
Come on.
that's a miracle. It's a Christmas miracle. Oh my gosh.
And the anxiety-inducing voice fades to nothing. And you are left with a peace you have not felt in a very, very long time, Kano.
Ooh.
Face is fucking loaded now.
Suddenly, the sky is brighter. You are able to breathe for the first time. There's a tension in your chest that just releases. And seemingly out of nowhere, just like back in the jungle behind you amidst like the dunes, you just turn your head out of instinct and you see all of the trees bend with a little breeze at once. And then you just see all of a sudden there are these little white flecks that start coming out of the jungle towards you. Can you make a quick nature check for me?
A dandruff check, yes. Oh, am I still blessed? This is the same.
I don't think bless will work on this.
That's okay. 11?
11. They're little seedlings, and they're flying past you out into the ocean. And right when it seems like they would disappear out into the waves, lost forever, a wind carries them and directs them back out towards the edge of the shore. And they sort of lay down in the beach, right where the water is coming up. And where they land, you just see flowers start to sprout instantly. And they lead all the way back up to your feet from the water's edge. And a little flower just opens its little leaves, revealing a silvery center and red petals.
It feels good to be back. And Kano will take that flower and press it right next to the other one in her book.
You have effectively renounced your warlock level and are now a level 8 paladin.
Yes! I'm so excited! Oh,
Wow.
Just in time as the rest of the party spots you
my
sitting at the
heart.
edge of the cave on the beach, and Kano, somewhat lighter, steps off her little rock that she's been waiting for you all on and meets you a little ways down to the beach. And you are all reunited once again.
Hey, Kano,
Kano's
here's
gonna
this.
run over.
Sorry.
Kano bypassing Nesbit is just gonna run over to the little rotund,
And
I guess
Kano's,
now Bernie Sanders hippo, and give her a big hug.
Kano's relaxation ends very quickly as all of the stress in her life meets her back on the beach.
And the tiny hippo just grabs Kano and says,
We have such a great plan. We have such a great plan.
Okay, what is it? Just
Also, we have robes.
Yes, I was gonna say, Kano, cover your face with this robe, I think.
well, great. It's already things are looking up. I'm guessing it's a regular robe with no
It is
hood.
a thin white robe. There is a hood on it. There is indeed a hood.
Ooh, Wilvin. Kano will turn it inside out. Because she says to the group, I don't want to be free advertisement for anyone. And then she'll turn it inside out. And then put the robed, the hooded robe over her person.
Everybody make a quick perception check.
24.
oh, and that 20.
Okay, all of you.
24.
Zaza, how about you?
21.
All of you.
What a day.
Look at Kano up close for a second as you finally reapproach her, and her tattoo on her face is gone.
Kano,
That little purple tilde underneath has disappeared.
Kano, where did your thing go?
I remembered who I was again, and I made a decision. It didn't save me anymore.
You look very well suited.
Thank you.
And Zaza squeezes her hand a little.
Oh.
Ow, did you get stronger? Cannot squeeze it. Careful with those braces.
All right. Sorry, folks. I'm just sitting, fixing a plug. Okay, done.
It's okay, George.
What would you like to do now? Ooh, there we go. Right.
So, Kano, apparently everyone's coming back from this Mayfly incident, and we think we could get you some papers.
Really? Because I'm assuming I have papers from, like, my life, right? They would be trash now, but...
Right.
In terms of serving me, but...
Yes.
Okay.
I think we should go see Ref.
That's your person, right?
This is a friend of a friend that Joey has heard of, but has never met in a city that we do not know.
But it's okay. Joey won't be meeting him. I will.
She looks down at her little hippo form.
Right, and while that's a great idea, and I love the resourcefulness of it, good thinking and using your noggin, I think it might be good to go check out the official one, because if we have the choice between counterfeit papers and official papers, one will always hold up better, and we won't have to worry about someone examining it too closely.
All right, I just think it might be a little dangerous, and you can go first.
I can give us some ability of cover as we move through the city if we would like it, but I will say it is a long day, and my celestial connection, as it were, is starting to wear thin. So I will be able to do this once, but no more.
You're getting low on spell slots, aren't you?
Something like that, yes.
George, is there any way that I can finagle the robe to look a little fancier than it is?
Yeah, go ahead and let's make this a sleight of hand check with a wisdom modifier.
Wisdom? So do I click the sleight of hand then?
So, what is your wisdom score?
My wisdom score is 16 plus 3.
And what is your... Okay, 16. And so is your dexterity, right?
Yeah.
Yep, so go ahead and hit sleight of hand.
Hit sleight of hand. Okay.
I still can't get over that you're like a dexterous barbarian. That just doesn't compute in my brain.
Well, I got 12.
12. Okay, so you're able to sort of make this thing... what do you do with it?
I make it into a halter. Like I twist.
Halter top.
Yeah, the arms, and I make it so it looks like...
So it definitely looks like not expensive, but it looks on purpose.
Right.
Hey, George, what are the odds that my hippo is a fancy hippo?
Well, don't disguise self. Don't you get to choose what you're wearing?
Yeah.
I do, but because I didn't say last time, I was wondering, what are the odds I could be wearing like a tutu?
100% you can be wearing a tutu.
With a bowl of grapes.
No question. 100% fine with me.
Is that what Joey thinks fancy is?
Yeah.
She saw Fantasia once, and
We've
She
already
saw one Emporian ballet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hippo and a tutu and the Monopoly Man. Those are the two things that
Too fancy. That's what fancy people
disguise self
wear.
you've ever done.
That are also canon in Emporia that
Yes.
exists. Monopoly and Fantasia are both.
obviously.
Lord.
that
All right.
I
All right.
yes, so should we go get papers that prove we're people?
That seems like it would be best. We should also be on the lookout for somewhere where we might be able to... he gives a look at Zaza's halter top and Joey's tutu and goes, well, we might be able to improve what we are wearing.
I know it's been a while since we've been in the city, but I don't think you need papers to spend money.
This is true.
Can I ask a question? If we're going to go get papers, do they need to know what we look like for the papers? Because, I should probably get the papers as Joey, not as Hippo.
No, you shouldn't.
But you're
We're trying to hide.
You are a wanted person.
I know, but I don't know how much longer I can stay like this.
Side note, the spell only lasts an hour.
Right.
Yeah, George, how detailed are these papers?
So the papers, if you take a look at like Zaza's, it's got her name, her place of birth. It's sort of like a birth certificate and like a driver's license all in one, but there's nothing to like need to be a driver. It's just like a recognition of you're an adult, which gives you like permission to own merchant, own property. It's just basically like you have been validated by the government as a citizen of Emporia.
On that
And
note,
it's
do
your
kids have
name.
papers?
Oh.
Kids do not have papers.
Well.
Cool.
All right, problem solved.
And I'm a child hippo.
So Sven and Joey do not have papers. It's possible that like a parent might be given a paper for a kid, but orphans exist and are adopted all the time, not through like paperwork and stuff like that. So it's not unusual for a child to not have papers. The rules in Emporia are much more lax with kids.
Okay, so we need. I apparently need these papers. So does Zygo and Kano. We need new papers for you because your name is not good anymore.
Is it my name or just my picture?
It is your name as well.
Well, poop.
Is it all of our names are on the wanted posters?
All of your names are on there, yes.
Oh no.
I'm probably gonna need a different disguise too. I can't be a hippo forever.
Sure.
Actually, Joey's is not.
Joey's
My
name is.
name
Oh no,
isn't.
excuse me. Joey's
It
absolutely
would
is.
be.
Pardon me. It absolutely is. I had a little moment where I was like, she didn't tell anybody her name, but
they
there
know
is
it for
actually a
sure.
very clear moment where she got yes.
Captured, yeah.
Had a little
If
moment where I
anything,
forgot.
like my name might be
did they learn my name?
misspelled.
What's that now?
I just said, did they learn my name when they captured me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
You were also like lured with your name.
that's true.
Mhm.
I take it back. Never mind. Okay. Fancy clothes.
All right, fancy clothes.
Fancy
and
clothes.
New names.
Yes.
So I take it we will leave the beach behind us, and we will end up back in town very shortly after a quick walk along the beach. You got about 10 minutes left in that disguise self spell at this point, Joey.
Before we hit the town, Zaga would say, do we want some added layer of protection to move through the city before we can find fancy clothes?
Absolutely.
Are we
Sure.
trying to be undercover, as it were?
I think probably just less noticeable. Doesn't hurt.
Very good. Before we hit the city, Zago will take a good look around to make sure they're not being tailed or watched.
Great. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Isn't your passive perception?
Passive
like,
is 21.
Stupid high.
Do you want to take your passive?
Yeah, I'd take passive if you don't mind.
Give me a second.
That is so crazy.
So high.
Oh, okay. Got it. You don't notice anybody.
Okay. And then Zygo will open his book and sort of emanating up off of the pages and spilling out like fog from it, he will cast Pass Without Trace on the group.
Okay. Zygo casts Pass Without Trace. Everybody has a +10 to their stealth. Would we like to stealth up, everybody, sticking to the very dark corners of Key East, of which there are not very many? So go ahead and make that stealth check for me, everybody. With a
And we're
+10.
going towards the area we need for papers, right?
Yes, you know the
fancies or
general
papers?
area.
Oh, either one. Which one are we doing? Fancies first?
I thought fancies will get us to the city
Yeah.
less
Yeah.
detected.
Oh yeah,
I
fancies
agree.
first. Fancies first.
I still have to roll with
first.
disadvantage.
Especially because
right?
I only have 10 minutes left.
You do, as long as you are in your armor and you have disadvantage on stealth, you
Ooh,
do
they
still
were
have to roll
both.
disadvantage.
I got
Good rolls.
19.
19, good.
26.
26, good.
34.
23.
34, 23, 32. Hot diddly damn. Sven rolls a total of a 16.
Oh, spend.
He rolled a nat 3.
Too bad.
Okay.
Oh, yikes.
You guys all make your way a little deeper into the city. You guys will have to eventually, you'll still kind of be amidst the traffic, but you guys are going to notice that you're going to have to pass through this much more heavily forested area. sort of like a little buffer between the beachfront properties and the actual city of Key East proper. It's about a mile thick, but there are tightly manicured pathways with very beautiful flowers. Everybody is passing very neatly on the right side. I would say that the pathway is about wide enough for about 5 or 6 people to stand abreast, so you guys have plenty of room to sort of admire some of the wildlife here. Everybody make a quick nature check.
Nat 20.
Wow.
Jesus, Jackie, rolling hot.
I also nat 20.
What is happening?
Oh, look at that.
What a
happening?
day.
I don't
11.
know.
12.
Joey and Kano, and Natasha, what did Zaza get?
3.
3? Okay. Zaza's just walking fine, doesn't notice anything. Gabe?
11.
11, nothing. Dylan?
12.
12. All right, so the 3 of you walk ahead, and Kano and Joey actually have this very beautiful moment where, Joey, you look up and you see that Kano seems like he seemed when you found her at that fireplace those years ago, where she is still in battle mode, still in crisis mode for sure, head on a swivel, but she just seems happier and a little more herself. And as you walk, Kano doesn't notice this, but you see that the leaves above her seem to like shelter her from the sun that's peeking through. Almost like there's like a little gentle embrace following you all the way through this little strip of forest. Meanwhile, Kano, you just see one of the absolute rarest little bugs, thought to be extinct. Nobody will believe you if you tell them, but a really small little monarch butterfly. Flits past you and back into the forest and is gone before you can draw anybody's attention to it. And then very soon, you guys are out in the main section of town, leaving some of the grassy nature behind you. It's quite a bit more raucous here, quite a bit more noise. Everybody make a survival check. Nobody has been to Key East except Zaza. So Zaza, you will make this check with advantage. But everybody is going to make a history check to see if they know where the garment district or where you might buy fancy clothes might be.
Sorry, survival,
survival
or
or
history?
Excuse me. It's going to be a survival with an intelligence-based modifier.
Are you sure it's an intelligence-based modifier? I can't believe it.
Okay.
So if I got a 1, it doesn't really matter.
It sure don't. Joey's got no idea.
What does an intelligence modifier mean?
Sure. So survival is normally wisdom based. So are you proficient in wisdom, Zaza? Are you proficient in survival? Is the survival bubbled
My survival is better. Yeah, my survival is +6.
Great. So what's your intelligence score?
My intelligence is 11 + 0.
Okay, so you would lose 3 points. So roll the survival check and subtract 3 from it.
Okay.
But you get to do it twice and take the higher result.
Oh my god. Okay. 9 and -5.
Zaza does not know where to go. No, unfortunately not.
I rolled an 18.
I rolled a 15.
I rolled a nat 20.
Okay.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my god!
Wow, you guys, it's a magical
No, that's
day.
the 5th nat 20.
Also, the fact that Nesbit knows exactly where the garment district is.
Amazing. Total fantastic show stopping.
Kano immediately sort of takes the lead here, feeling again more of herself, feeling a little bit of that boldness. She walks ahead of everybody else. You guys start walking a little bit more into the the streets of Key East are not grid-like at all. They all have a curve to them. There's almost never a straight road. The houses are all very low to the ground, of only about like a story, maybe 2 here or there, but the roofs are very high ceilinged. So it still feels as though these buildings are high, but like if you were to peek your head into one of these bars, it usually isn't even 2 floors. It's just that the roof is very triangular and very high. So while Kano gets you to the district immediately, Nesbit is the one who finds a storefront that seemingly like right away, it just says silver, gold, and everything else. And there are a beautiful display of jewelry out in the front, but then also you see a little sign that is labeled clearance sale, transitioning away from clothing, massive savings.
Wow.
Everything
so
must
Kano
go?
finds the store,
Let's go.
and Nesbit finds the sale, baby.
Let's go.
Yes.
I do have a question, George. Will you give me like a 1-minute warning on my spell? I'd assume that I'd feel it start to tingle.
Of course, it's about to tingle right now.
Okay,
right when you
cool.
got out of the forest is
What?
when it would start to falter.
Is there, can I take the
Oh,
hide
spell,
action
spell.
super quickly?
You can go ahead, roll a stealth check.
It's a
You're
25.
you're also riding a very high stealth check earlier, aren't you?
Yes,
And you
before it
still
was a
have the plus
26
10.
and this was a
26.
25.
You still got your 26 rolling. You guys are very, very much keeping to the outskirts. As the hippo drops around you, you guys just sort of like, everybody puts any hood they have up or like, covers their clothing with something kind of amorphous and starts to kind of wander along the side streets, blending in with larger crowds, keeping your heads down. And it's very easy to just get right into this little building here. The sounds of the street dissipate, giving you guys a little bit of peace, and you find yourselves in a very charming little shop. Nobody's
Is
at the
this
front
music
desk, though.
playing in the shop?
No.
Damn it.
Completely silent in the shop.
And
Okay.
now I look like Joey, right?
You do look like Joey. That's right.
Okay, my hood is like over my face.
Yes.
Kano is
I look
going
like
to
a tiny
bend.
Dementor.
Kano's gonna bend down to Joey's level and say, "We have enough money to buy, I'm gonna guess, almost anything in here. Don't steal anything, please. We're in a lot of trouble already, so maybe let's just not tempt it."
Of course. Why would you ever think that I would do that?
Can I roll an insight check, please?
Are you lying, Joey?
Can I help her?
No.
Then
I still want to
think-
make an
yeah.
insight check.
And
I'm
Sven
gonna
is
say,
with us.
Yeah, Sven is with you guys. He
Yes.
is in completely taken with this very beautiful dress that's sitting on a mannequin. And as soon as he goes to touch it, you hear a voice from behind the counter. Don't touch that! What are you doing? And a little-
Zygo drops his eyes to the floor, so no one can see his eyes.
A hamster pops up from behind the counter, standing on a very tall stool. Don't touch the merchandise unless you gotta buy it, pal.
We actually are interested in purchasing some items.
You guys want to buy the stuff that I got in here? No offense, guys. I don't mean to like, insult you, but this stuff's expensive even though it's on sale.
Okay, how much is and Kano will look around and point to a out of game. Can I wear clothes over my plate armor, or it has to be like instead of?
If they're
How does that
loose,
work?
if they're flowy and loose, absolutely. It will look like you are wearing armor under your clothes.
Okay, well I just didn't know if it's okay.
Yes. It will. The benefit of that armor that you started this journey with, Kano, was that it looked like a dress.
Right.
The chain link that you had that was like painted and like really beautified. The plate armor you have is combat plate armor.
Well, that got destroyed, I'm pretty sure, by acid. So let's.
So here we are.
So
So
here
if
we
you
are.
want to be fancy, for example, you will
Yes.
not be able to wear armor.
Okay, I understand. And Kano will point to a beautiful deep burgundy dress that she sees on a mannequin. Look, how much is this?
That's 400 crowns.
Great. Can I try it on?
Can you try it on?
Yeah. Do you have like fitting rooms? Does that exist in this
Yeah, I
universe?
got fitting rooms. That's not what I'm concerned about.
You work?
haven't-
Do you work on commission? Is this your store? Do you need me to pretty woman you right now?
What's that mean? I don't understand what that means.
It's just a reference.
Who's a pretty woman?
It's a play I saw once. Anywho,
A play. We don't have those in Key East, so I have no idea what you're talking. What, are you from Port Sal?
Excuse me, we'll take the burgundy dress and the dress that the young man was touching.
Well, the dress the young man was touching was 1,000 crowns. You had that kind of money?
Yeah, do you
Yes.
have another like it? I'll buy 2.
He looks at you and says, if you put 2,000 crowns on this desk right now, I will eat this tie. I will eat this tie.
I'd like to see that. I dump out
do it.
885 crowns. Who wants? I don't know how much this is. I want to see this man eat that tie. It'd be funny.
Yeah, all right. Hold on, give me a second.
Well, hold on. That's definitely not 2,000 crowns.
And Kano will put down another 700 crowns. Be like, hold on, I know I've got more in here somewhere.
Wow.
I mean, it's not. We're not. You don't get to keep this. We just had to put it on the table. Right?
You see, the hamster's demeanor changes immediately. Oh, wow.
And Kano will pull out the remaining.
Just a fun joke we like to play here.
450 crowns on the table and go, all right. I hope you're hungry.
Salt. He takes the tie. Just a fun joke we like to tell here at Gold, Silver, and everything else. I hope you all thought that was funny. And he begins to eat the tie.
So perhaps we could reach some agreement where you do not eat the tie, but we are given some sort of a discount. All right, you are eating the tie? All right, I guess keep eating the tie then.
He'll make a Constitution save. He will fail.
Oh no.
Kano will run around or Zaza, you want to do it?
Yeah, I'm gonna do the little baby Heimlich on this hamster.
Roll an athletics check.
I got a 21.
Okay, and roll a medicine check.
Medicine. Okay. These are two of my good. Oh, I botched.
Oh no!
No, don't pull a Jackie.
This is
okay.
Wait, luck point. Do you have any luck points?
Wait,
no,
do I?
We haven't rested yet.
We haven't rested yet.
Wow. I'll be 1 second.
Oh my fucking god. This is how we fucking get thrown out of this city.
Killed other people.
So you immediately go behind the hamster and you just start Heimliching and it doesn't come out. And additionally, you just feel like one of his ribs break.
Jesus Christ.
He is going to take D12 of damage. And he does not have very much damage health to begin with. That's 11 damage. Immediately, he is now making death saves. Okay, once again, we have botched a medical emergency.
Stop making us do this.
Let's
Don't
do
make us roll
combat.
this ever again. What?
Immediately, thunk, he just drops onto the table, unconscious.
No.
He's still choking on the tie as well, so every time he makes a death save while the tie is still in his throat, he will fail twice. Everybody roll initiative. Go.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
14.
We're just trying to go shopping, George. We want a fun
14 for Joey.
montage.
There's no fun when you botch medicine.
I got 19.
16.
5.
Oh,
Zaza,
God.
19.
22.
Nesbit, what'd you get? 22.
That's what do
Zygo,
something.
what'd you get?
16.
16. And Kano.
What are we even supposed to do right now?
5.
Get this
Okay.
tie and help this man.
Yeah.
This fella is going to have a deck. His turn will be on 14. First up to try to save this man's life is Nesbit. 22.
Okay, can I take the tie out of his mouth and put a good grub in his mouth?
Make a medicine check.
That's a medicine check?
grub.
Okay.
Yep. To get the tie out.
Don't botch.
Thank God. That is a 17 plus 6, 23.
All right,
there we
and
go.
combat is finally
Thank
over.
God.
Nesbit, the man pitches forward onto the desk. Nesbit just reaches in, pulls the tie out. It's way too long. And then a little grub gets. Nesbit makes him chew it. Ow! Oh, you assaulted me in my own store.
No,
my God.
no. We saved
Oh
your
my
life.
God.
You ate a tie and started choking.
What?
We were trying to help you.
You ate your tie because you're a man of honor, and then you started choking and dying, and then we saved your life.
Oh. Oh, man. I gotta stop doing that. All right. Oh. Ah, one of my ribs is definitely broken. Ow. Okay. I'm sorry, folks. I think I'm gonna have to close the shop.
No. Can I help you? Can I roll another medicine check? It's supposed to be a good one.
To fix my broken rib? Just get away from me.
Are healing potions completely like poo poo?
They are illegal, but they don't necessarily incriminate you as a magic user, so they're less of an off-putting thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Fuck it. Kano's gonna reach into her bag and take out a thing, and she's just gonna like quickly pour it in his mouth.
Consent.
I think I just gotta go ahead. And he will heal. Ooh, he will heal for 8 points of damage. Okay, so all of a sudden you just see like a oh, hey, was that what I think it was?
If you mean my special juice, then yes.
Okay. I mean,
bugs. The special stuff.
He looks at you very intently for a moment, and he thinks for a second, looks at all of you kind of closely.
Not my special juice, just special juice. Let me clear.
Someone said goose juice, and that's fantastic.
Oh my god.
I'll tell you what.
I'm gonna market it.
You have any more of that stuff?
I might. I think I do, actually. All negotiations aside, I think I might.
All right. Well, folks, this has been a weird 3 minutes. But go ahead and take a look around and let me know what you think. I'll ring you up here, and then I want to talk to all of you, if you have a second. And oh, by the way, if you need me, just call out for Hickey. And he gets down off of his stool and waddles to the back room for a second and is gone for a moment. But you are all allowed to peruse the shop, take a look around, choose what fancy artifact or clothing or etc. you would like to don or purchase.
Can Joey do a quick insight check on his last little sentence before he wandered off?
Yeah, go ahead and insight check. Absolutely.
Can I do that too? I have insight if that.
Well,
helps.
I botched. So
what is happening?
Joey
We are rolling
noticed nothing.
extremes today.
I told you it was going to be a weird one.
15.
15.
And I got 11.
I got a 22.
Oh, thank you, Gabe.
Joey, that guy is going to report you.
Oh.
No.
Everybody else,
Oh.
that guy seems pretty fine. He just seems like he's thinking of something. Kano, that guy, he seems really curious about those healing potions. Looks like he might be trying to figure out a way to get his hands on one of them or a couple of them from you. Probably going to try to find something to trade with it, potentially. He's got like a shrewd businessy look on his face. Joey, that guy's going to get blackjacks and you guys are fucked.
Joey runs up to Kano. We gotta go now. He's going to get people. We gotta go now.
I really don't think so.
I think he is. Come on. We gotta go.
Joey,
Gotta go. I'm gonna go without you. I'm gonna go without you.
Kano's gonna grab onto you.
Then catch me. And then Joey's
No, I'm on to you.
All right, make an athletics check and an opposed acrobatics check.
Can I like block the door?
Well, I rolled terribly, so
What'd you get?
I got a 9, which was a 2.
27.
Yeah, Kano has Joey. No problem. Joey is kicking and trying to get away.
Joey's like legs are in the air like this.
This is going to be worse if you're kicking and screaming, literally like a child. Or let's relax. Maybe we'll take deep breaths.
Okay.
We just did that man a favor and we have a lot of money. And now he knows.
You know, we're worth a lot of money.
He doesn't know. Look at me in my robe. Undescribable. Didn't even know it was me.
Everybody now, if you would like. And let's go with the initiative order that we rolled combat in, just for fun. Please go ahead and describe what fancy clothing you pick off the shelf. Pretty much everything is fair game. The only special things here look to be the dress that Sven was holding, which is going for 1,000 crowns. That is very much on its own. It's a long, flowing, bright green dress. and it has
Looks
like
exactly
sort of
like what Natasha has on right now.
a little bright. Honestly, it does actually look exactly like that. So there's that. I was like, no, and then I looked at it and I was like, oh yeah, kind of exactly that.
That's it.
And a very fancy, almost cowboy-looking hat with a big plumey wing sticking out of it as if it was a feather. You know how you normally put a feather in your cap? Here, that would be considered sort of gauche because that's a person's hair. However, there is a little bug wing stuck in where the feather would normally be on this cowboy. Like looks like a big 10-gallon hat, like a bowler hat where the hat's too big and the brim's too wide.
Hilarious. Okay.
Ooh, amazing.
And that's put up on a shelf and is labeled with a "Please do not touch." Otherwise, everything in here is ordinary and completely up to whatever you think you would like to be wearing. And any of these clothing will give you the fancy condition.
Amazing.
So there are penalties, but also benefits.
So who goes first?
We said initiative order, right?
It was
So
not
first
me.
up is Nesbit.
So Nesbit,
with no guidance.
with no guidance, has no idea what to wear.
No.
Oh,
I
God.
love it.
But I will say, give me 1 second. I'm gonna roll for myself. Okay. He looks around. He sees the hat that says "Do not touch." Would I look good in a hat?
Probably, yes. It is an acquired taste. There are only so many people who look good in hats, but I would have to see it on your face.
The key to hats is confidence
Also, a certain sort of a shape to the
and
face.
confidence.
All right, yes, sure.
Can Zaza pick it up and put it on his head?
No, do not.
It's pretty high up, so it's like several shelves high.
No, I can't.
I
You
don't.
need a ladder. You need to swing this big ladder to head over there and grab it.
We're
You
not
can
supposed
always
to.
ask about
We're
We
not
should-
supposed to.
we should
What?
ask.
Then Nesbit just kind of stands there looking at all the clothes. What should I wear?
All right,
Zygo-
that's a prompt to dress Nesbit. Everyone.
I'm going
Yay!
to I'm holding my action if we're in turn order for someone else to dress me.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Next up would be Zaza. So Zaza, you can rush in and dress
Oh
Nesbit if you
my
so desire.
Okay. Zaza's like very excited. I kind of want to do your outfit that you're wearing, Dylan. I feel like that would be really cute. Nesbit. Is there like a sweater vest anywhere? And she kind of starts like clawing like through stuff.
You find a pristine sweater vest exactly Nesbit's size with a very flamboyantly polka dotted tie and a white undershirt and a white button down.
Adorable.
It's sort of, it's less of a button down and it more like ties at the top with like a little string like a tunic.
This is perfect. And like hands it to Nesbit as though it's like this holy thing.
Some days when I was young, on like special occasions or something, my parents would make me wear something like this. If I have a hard time putting it on, I'll scream. And then he just keeps eyeing the hat. Says, "Will someone ask about that hat for me?" Okay. And Nesbit just kind of like waddles off, very awkwardly, already like taking parts of his armor, like unbuttoning it, and like unbuckling his crossbow and just kind of holding it, like cradling it all with the bundle of clothes, just walking to the fitting room.
Can I do a bonus action to get that dress, please?
Yes. You're just gonna take the dress off the green dress that you are wearing right now in real life and also put it on your character?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. So you're gonna bring that dress up to the
Yes.
counter. It is a pristine dress. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
Investigation. Okay. Please be good. 7.
7. Okay. You have no idea. It's just like a really nice dress. The fabric seems more durable than you expect. It doesn't feel as silky as you originally anticipated, and as you like kind of tug at it, it like doesn't give. It's like really strong.
Okay. Is that it? Is that all I can do?
That's all you can do for now. Let's move over to Zygo.
Zygo moves through this store like he is on ice, just gliding from rack to rack, checking things, moving on, checking things, moving on. He finally lands on a sort of a like midnight blue cravat.
Oh my god.
Over a dark gray shirt, a lighter gray vest and pants to match, and a sort of a purple pocket square that would match the tattoo on his face.
Tan?
Well as...
Is it Tan from Queer Eye?
Is it Tan France? And a new pair of black boots as well. He will then look to see if there is any sort of like spectacles, especially ones that might be tinted.
Let me roll.
Daredevil spectacles.
Daredevil spectacles.
No, not here.
Okay.
No spectacles of any kind here.
Fair enough. Then that will be what he takes as his outfit.
Also, you need like really big spectacles.
I need
for you. There's
you might need specialty.
Eyes are huge, but the
pupils
are
tiny.
pretty tiny. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah.
Well, if you're looking for tinted glasses,
yeah,
your whole eye is a galaxy. So
I hear what you're saying. For the time being, this is all he has, and also Zygo has been. Whenever the store clerk is out, if he's going to interact with the store clerk, he would put on the blindfold so as not to.
Yes, sure. Reveal his eyes. Reveal his whole situation.
Exactly.
Okay, next up is Joey.
Joey starts looking through some of the women's sections and doesn't find anything appealing. And then from the corner of her eye across the room, she sees a bright lavender silky vest in the men's section. And she runs over because this is it. And she grabs she sees some red slacks, like a deep burgundy, which she immediately pulls on, and then a light blue collared shirt, and then she puts the lavender silk vest over it, and then she sees this like gorgeously woven pink and orange tie that she completes the look with, and then grabs some big black combat boots that look like they're gonna fit her, and then to top it all off, she sees a dark black it's a coat for somebody a little bit bigger than her, but she tries it on, and she's got this black coat and then this colored outfit. She looks down, she goes, perfect.
This fashionable child.
You look down at the tags of your clothing, and it's the logo on the thing, like the little the maker it's signed like the shrew. And you take a look around and you realize that all the clothing you've picked is actually meant for small creatures and hamsters that don't outgrow your child size. So you have found like fully adult clothing for your small child body.
Oh, this is perfect.
So,
yeah. And then is there a fedora?
Yeah, it's sort of like it almost looks like a bowler hat that somebody stepped on, but has a similar vibe to a fedora. Yes.
Great. Joey's gonna grab that.
Great. It's a little less angular and a little more round, but is the same kind of hat that you would expect somebody who'd wear a fedora to wear. Okay, great. There's Joey. Let's go to Kano.
Kano, much like Joey, is going to, she realized she accidentally started in the men's section. She's like, wait a minute. And she's going to turn around right to the ladies section. She's never been one for dresses, but she's always appreciated their looks. And she holds out a particularly beautiful kind of long sleeve. I'm gonna use the word, an elven looking gown. That is, I picked this color in my head before Zygo said midnight blue, but I'm gonna stick with it. It is a dark blue.
I love it.
Beautiful dark blue color with a gold sash around the waist, like Empire waist. That's a high waist, right? Yes, Empire. We'll go with it. And then she's looking over in the jewelry area, and she will kind of tentatively take off the lapis lazuli ring she always wears around her neck, and she will put it on her finger, and she will pick out a matching lapis lazuli necklace to go with it.
Is lapis magical?
That's just a real life
it's just
stone
a real
that
life
I
stone.
like.
No, I love lapis too, but I didn't know if it
But
was like an important thing in
gems and precious stones can become spell bearing. So
Okay.
and I mean, you guys don't really know anybody who knows how to enchant things at the moment, but stones for magic users, anybody who uses magic might also tangentially know that like really especially rare stones can be either A, used for spell casting components, or B, can be used to like set into clothing or set into weaponry and enchant things.
Cool.
Okay, I am as Hickey, who is going to come out in just a moment, but first I have something to get to. I'm just going to really quick do your total. Check. Okay.
Can I also check to see if there's like any moldavite crystals in that jewelry thing?
Absolutely.
Ooh, BRB, Google.
What is that? What is a
Moldavite? Is a meteor, so it's like a green meteor.
It's a really dope gem.
It's one of the most
cool.
powerful like crystals. Hi.
Oh,
Yes.
that's cool.
Woo!
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, this is an especially
it's like algae almost.
prominently sold gem.
Wow.
It is direct from the Emerald Coast. So you know it's been appraised and valued, and it's polished and really gorgeous. It is 2,000 crowns.
Yikes.
Oh, right.
Steep.
We also don't want to blow all of our money in one place.
No, it is definitely better that we hold on to some. Though let us not forget that we do have those gemstones that we found as well.
Oh yeah.
We also have to get some clothes for Sven.
Do we look over and Sven is like fully dressed?
Sven is dressed with pants on his head and boots, and that's all. He has found 2 shoes that are way too big and go up to like past his knees. And
did he disrobe entirely and he's just wearing pants?
No. He is wearing.
Okay.
He has not taken
Fully
any of his
naked
clothes
child.
off. He is just like he is playing around in shoes that are way too big and is wearing pants on his arms and is just like, and then looks at all of you who are dressing and he gets embarrassed and takes off the pants and is still in the big shoes and then starts seriously looking at clothes, even though he has no idea what he's doing. He's looking at clothes that are like 4 times too big for him. Like, oh yeah, seriously considering them. Ooh, yeah. And then looks at all of you to see if you think he's cool.
Joey goes over and says,
Hey Sven, which is your favorite? Which thing do you like makes you the most happy in your heart?
And it's like a bright pink blazer with like gold shimmering tassel on the side.
Yes, Sven.
That's perfect.
Joey jumps to pull it off the hanger and then puts it on him.
It's also from that hamster section, so he puts it on. It is very loud. But he looks adorable. He looks like a small child who was dressed up for picture day with their family.
Yeah, like on
except he's
Easter.
happy about it.
Yeah.
Yes, unlike Easter. That's right.
You look brilliant. And see, you match my tie.
Okay.
Oh,
Hickey.
Kimmy's real quiet
turns.
boy, loud jacket. Which is
While you're all doing that,
That's
at one
good.
point you just hear like a and just it's just Nesbit falling in the changing room.
Nesbit is and then Nesbit comes out fully dressed. Nesbit,
Wow.
you
Nesbit.
still looking up at that hat, and it just seems like.
I want someone to tell me what that hat is.
And you walk over to the hat as everybody's getting dressed, and you just start to get lost in it. Make a wisdom save.
Oh,
my
my
God.
lord.
You're by me. Add 10. I mean, add 10. Jesus, add +3.
Oh, wisdom save?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's plus 17.
Okay. So you sort of like look past the hat and you just start to focus on that wing that's stuck into it. And it just looks like, roll a quick nature check for me. It seems familiar to you.
Nature?
Yeah.
That's going to be a 12.
Okay, so it's a carpenter wing, which you know is an ant wing. Giant ants sometimes have wings that are used as mounts. It's a carpenter ant wing, and it is shimmering with some kind of unnatural effervescence. And before you know it, it's getting closer to you. It's almost as if it's like zooming in, and suddenly it's at your eye level. And you're just staring at the hat and the beautiful feather within, or wing within. Roll an Arcana check.
Okay, that is going to be a 18.
The wing is coursing with a very faint and subtle magical energy. And everybody turns around and sees Nesbit floating 15 feet in the air.
Whoa.
Oh, shit.
What a cool way to
And
do
Nesbit has leveled up to his level 8 ranger.
Whoa.
Feeling inspired and overcome with a sense of purpose as he plucks the ant wing out of the hat and slowly falls back down to the earth. And you immediately make, as your ants who have hoisted you up into this floating kind of like accident, you're standing. You didn't even realize you got picked up. You're fully just like standing as normal. And then you are set back down, but you realize that your ants have let you go. They did not gently put you down, but you holding this wing seems to have slowed your fall to a crawl.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Slow fall hat.
All right, so we have a level 8 paladin and a level 8 ranger. Oh, excuse me, a level 7 ranger, level 1 warlock.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay.
So just the feather?
Just the feather.
I just
the
have
hat's
the feather now?
the hat is not magical.
Okay. So I just took the feather. Or the wing.
Yeah, you can still absolutely go back up and put it back in. It struck you to the point where you felt like you had to have it. You shake awake as you realize, like, oh, my ants just fully picked me up and made me float. Look at that. That's something they've never done before. You've succeeded your wisdom save, so you can absolutely put this thing back if you feel like you shouldn't be holding it at the moment. But it's interesting that a magical artifact would be in this place. Either Hickey has no idea, or Hickey knows more than he says.
Hickey.
And as if to answer your question, out walks Hickey. He has a thick book in his hands. He is poring over it, looks at all of the clothing that you guys have donned. Oh, all right, just getting right to it, huh? Okay, everybody line up. And he starts looking at all the clothes that you're holding. Are you still holding the feather, Nesbit?
Yeah, I think I just kind of, if he's just there, I'm just turned around.
Hey, you can't touch that, pal.
Sorry.
What are you, climbing all over my shelves?
How much is the hat?
A hat? You want that thing?
Well, why is this important?
Well, it's part of the hat. What do you mean, why is it important? It's part of my inventory.
Yeah, I would like to, well, I'm not allowed to touch it, but I want it.
The hat's 200 crowns.
Okay.
All right, I'll add that to the bill. Right. Okay, so folks, your total is going to come to, let's see, that's 14, that's 21, that's 3,100, we got 3,700, we got, holy shit, 4,500, 65. Are we taking the The meteorite piece?
Yes. Is there any way that you could maybe give us a bundle deal on it?
If we are not doing this as an even split of our
that's
resources.
2,000.
No problem.
I'll tell you what. How much more of that special juice you got, Goose?
Oh, I'm not quite sure. I know I didn't write down. I'm just assuming I would have grabbed 3.
I have 2, so you probably have at least 2.
Okay.
Or had at least 2.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I will throw in that beautiful piece from the Emerald Coast. Straight from the fleets, too. You know it's good. I'll throw it in for 5 bottles of that special juice.
5?
Do we need... Because I don't think... What's our total at right now, George?
Total right now comes to 6,700 crowns.
Whoa.
How much do we have?
I mean, I only have like
I only have like
1,300.
I only have like
1,500
800
as well,
Yeah.
But you guys have quite a lot of precious stones.
Yeah.
Right. Which, if anything, we could get rid of like the emeralds and rubies and stuff. How much is like an emerald and a ruby worth?
An emerald is 1,000. But what? I think it's more like.
I actually wrote down the appraisal you guys did on this thing. The emerald is 1,500. It is it's set into like a golden frame and is embossed with the like an Emerald Coast logo. And then the rubies are both worth 500 apiece, and you guys have 10 diamonds, each valued at 1,200 crowns apiece.
Right, which we should save.
At least a couple of them.
Yeah.
Can I do like a charisma check to maybe get a better deal, please?
Yeah. Do you want to make a persuasion or intimidation check?
Oh, you said persuasion or? I don't see.
Oh, you said, George, diamonds are 1,200 each?
Diamonds are 1,200 apiece, yes.
And the rubies 500.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see my persuasion. Oh, there. Now I see. Can I do an intimidation? That one's better for me.
Yeah, what do you say?
We like, well, we're already buying all this stuff anyways. That's intimidating. Here, let's see. Oh, fuck. I got a 10.
Yeah, that's
okay, he is absolutely unfazed, and he says, listen, all I can tell you is that special juice fixed my rib in about 4.5 seconds.
Well, Kano will undo the necklace. I think that our bill's probably a bit too high, so we can go ahead and take this off of it. So I'll just get the grace.
Okay.
Okay, he does a little marking. All right. Down to 65.
And
wasn't it already at 65?
This is 67.
Joey.
No, I won't get the moldavite then, and like Zaza kind of like pushes it back.
All right. So, you're not going to part with any of that, are you?
I was just. I mean, look, I'm willing to give up. 5's a lot. We don't have 5. There's no point in me lying to you.
I'll tell you what.
We do.
I'll tell you what. You take the necklace. I'll knock 1,000 crowns off of it for 2 bottles.
You're saying the necklace for free and an additional 1,000?
I'll give you the necklace for 1,000 instead of 2. You give me 2 bottles. That's the lowest I can go.
The necklace was Hannah's or the moldavite?
The moldavite.
My necklace was only 200, so I might.
The necklace that Hannah got was just like a small stone. You have like this big fat meteorite on like a pendant. It's like a really beautiful piece. Make an Arcana check on there, Zaza. Or no, Zygo. Make an Arcana check.
12.
You can't tell much, but this stone is brilliant. And getting it for 1,000 crowns is insane.
I want to get it.
Well, if my necklace was only 200, I'll take it still. I thought it would be more.
Zygo.
So then our total would be 55 instead of 65, or no,
55. It would be 57.
57. That is still so much.
It is, but we can get rid of some of these gems.
Yeah,
that's true. Well, we have 1 emerald, which is 15, and 2 rubies, so that's 25. So we still would owe.
F my lowest goes. He has more ribs to break.
If I did another intimidation check, would it be at disadvantage?
It would be.
Come on, is there any way that we could do? We are buying a lot of stuff, and I can go ahead and give you 2 of those bottles, but is there any way we can go any lower on the price, just because it is a lot?
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
This is on sale? Oh.
25.
He looks really strained. 2 bottles. I'll take 15 off. 2 bottles of the whatever that stuff is, and I'll give you that insane piece from the Emerald Coast, right from the Fleet Market, for 500 crowns. He even looks a little pained saying that, but it's worth it. It's worth it.
Zaza has never had the most puppy dog eyes as she does now. They're straight up please, let's get this thing.
Do we have a deal? Huh?
So hold on, out of thing, it would be 5,200.
You are now at 5,200 crowns.
5,200. Okay, everybody, does that seem something that we're comfortable with? If we give him the
Zygo
emerald
can
and
give
the
up both rubies, so that takes us down to 4,200.
and then minus the thing would take
Emerald?
us down to
700.
2,700.
I can
That's
pay
okay.
extra for
We can
whatever
do
the
that.
Moldavite is.
Yeah, if we're doing 2,700 gold between us after the emerald and the rubies, that's probably okay.
Okay. Canna will kind of look at him in a little smirk and say, I think you might like how we settle our bill. And I don't know who has the emerald.
Oh, this? And Nesbit just kind of produces the emerald.
It's gigantic. It's a 2-hander, Nesbit. The emerald's huge.
That's only 1,500?
Right here. Just right here.
Okay.
And Zygo will take the 2 small rubies out of his patch as well.
Okay.
I think
The hamster hasn't heard Joey speak yet, right?
He is not.
Behind her back, Joey's gonna quickly grab and uncork her little dagger. She's gonna go, and just so you know, you didn't get the healing, you didn't get the special juice from us. All right.
Oh man, I thought you were a little girl. Holy crap.
What did
You're talking with the guard you killed's voice, right? Yeah.
she started developing.
Joey
very
fully sounds
quickly.
like, all right, so listen here. And he's like, oh wow. Yeah, sorry, sir.
Zygo's going to say in his mind to Joey, can you just tell us before you do anything you're going to do? Just give us a passing information that you have a plan.
Hey Zygo, this is my plan. So
No,
just
you
promise
can't.
me.
You can't do in your head, Joe.
Oh, I get it.
You absolutely
he
cannot
created a
respond
voice
to
in
me.
your head, right?
I didn't respond. Okay, Joey looks at the guy, kind of nods to Zygo, and then shakes her head, and then turns back to me and goes, just promise me you didn't get it from us.
Make a persuasion check.
That is a very good score. That's a 23.
All right. Deal.
And
Bam. The sale is done. Subtract all your golden gems for your clothes. You have them in your inventory now. Feel free to label it as fancy clothing.
Yeah, so hold on. How are we dividing up these 2,700? We'll figure this out over the break. maybe.
Figure that out over the breaks. We're about to take a break. Zaza, something to tell you, however, as you don your beautiful dress. This green dress that was flowing really deep. Zaza has by far the most expensive clothing
As
of
you
all
should.
of you.
And the fucking rock.
And this
Why are we splitting
beautiful
this?
stone around your neck.
not splitting
Zaza,
this.
this dress, absolutely gorgeous, is made of a much thicker fiber. It is not armor, so it is technically does not count as armor. It is still fancy clothing. Everything that I exemplified earlier is still applies to being fancy. However, with this particular dress, it is much more durable in terms of it being ruined from excess activity. So you still have all the limitations, but instead of damaging 3 times, you may damage this dress 6 times.
Damn.
Great.
Before it becomes unfancy.
That's cool.
Okay. What did you get on your Arcana check regarding the gem? Really low, right, Zygo?
Yeah.
It's 12. 12 for me.
Okay. Well, in that case, as you guys all step back out onto the street, we are going to take a quick 7 or 8 minute break. Everybody hang out, be with us when we come back. We have some stuff to settle up and get some papers in a rather precarious situation. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back. Bye-bye. All right, and we are back again. Hello, thanks for hanging out with us throughout the break, everybody.
Yes.
We are psyched to be back. If you're just tuning in with us now, we have fancified ourselves. Everybody is wearing these cool-ass clothes. We have a new thing to worry about. We are calling the fancy condition. Same as a condition would make you blind or deafened or poisoned or etc. There's also the fancy condition, which grants you charisma bonuses, certain cultural benefits, especially in the city of Key East specifically, and a little bit of restrictive movement based on how fancy and well-fitting all of these clothing are. Let's just try to, really quick, the general vibe of what everybody's dressed in. What are we all looking at? Dylan, what are you looking at? Pretty much exactly what you're wearing now, right?
Pretty much exactly what I'm wearing, except that it's not a tweed vest, it's a sweater vest. And,
yes,
and
right.
a cowboy hat.
And a big cowboy hat with a
big
fun little
cowboy
wing
hat.
in it.
With
With
a
a
fun-
clear, a beautiful, iridescent ant wing stuck into the side of it.
So I look like an oil baron's like son.
You look like an oil baron's
Yes.
son toddler
Yeah.
who was enlarged and
Yes.
stole his hat. Yes, that is what you look like.
Great.
What about Natasha? Also very similar to what you're wearing right now.
Yeah, I'm wearing my green, durable dress that is still very fashionable, and I have a lovely Moldavite pendant.
Joey?
Joey is wearing so many colors that shouldn't go together at the same time. So she's rocking her red pants, her blue shirt, her purple vest, and her pink and orange tie proudly, with a black bowler coat over it and a sort of squashed type fedora on her head.
You look like a colorful little gangster.
She looks
Like,
like a colorful little gangster.
Like you're gonna whip out a Tommy gun.
Yes,
Very fun.
that's exactly how she looks.
And Cano?
Cano is like a goose Arwen from Lord of the Rings. She is wearing kind of
Nice.
like a deep, dark blue long gown with long kind of flowing sleeves with a golden sash around her waist and also a beautiful lapis lazuli necklace. And also, just to piggyback off of Joey's, I got a flashback to an outfit I, like, in real life chose to wear when I was 10 years old, which was a light blue shirt with a dark blue star, light pink pants with dark pink polka dots on them, and
All right.
black and green socks. So this
Why
is
not?
like very
Why
much
not?
a decision
Style
that is
icon.
true for a 10-year-old.
Good, thank you for reaffirming my choices.
Sven is dressed in a bright pink blazer with gold trim. Somebody said he looks like Lil Nas X in the cowboy video, and you're not 100% wrong. That's pretty close. That's pretty close.
That's so good.
Minus the hat, but yes, that's pretty close. He sort of looks like a different colored Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band
That's so
member.
perfect.
That's sort of the vibe of the
That's what I
blazer
was
and
seeing.
and the trim. And then finally, we have always fashion forward Zygo had to save for last.
Of course. Zygo is wearing a light gray suit vest and pant to match with a dark gray shirt underneath and a midnight blue cravat, a purple pocket square to match his sort of galaxy eyes and the mark on his face. And he has taken the pocket watch that he found in the chest in the desert and affixed it to the vest. So the pocket watch chain now hangs out of the pocket in a nice little dainty little thing there, as well as some nicely polished new black boots.
You fancy mofo.
He's like a scholastic cocktail attire vibe.
Oh my god.
Get
I've
out.
never just
I'll also say
Wow.
he's wearing suspenders, not a belt, but they're hidden underneath the vest.
scholastic
Oh.
cocktail attire. That's just
The suspenders are
Hickey
yours,
is-
right? Like you didn't buy
Wow.
them.
I think they're the same suspenders he had before. He just
Okay, great.
Yes.
You guys head out of the shop, you hear a
God, that
little
was
tingling
beautiful,
of the
Dave.
bell above you, and you are back out on the street as Hickey is just scraping his hoard of gold and gems that you've dumped on his countertop. And also, you see him just sniff that bottle of healing potion that you left with him, and he just looks at it and starts admiring it. And he actually just sort of like dumps all of the gold and stuff into a bin and starts dragging it back to his office, but very gingerly and carefully places both bottles on top, and he is back in his office. And actually, as you guys leave and get a little bit further down the steps, you see the sign change from open to closed. Okay. What's next, folks? We need papers, I believe, was the next thing on the docket. But I also know we had speaking of some jeweler action to alter some diamonds. However, there's also just like whatever you all want to do. In fact, things are happening everywhere in this city. Everybody make a perception check.
And to clarify, because we all look fancy, nobody will think we're wanted?
That nobody's going to give you any second glances as long as you don't draw attention to yourself. You're pretty confident that anybody looking at a wanted poster is not going to then snap to how beautifully dressed all of you are and think about it being you.
24.
24.
23.
Nat
Okay.
20, so 31.
Nat
So-
20, you did it.
Finally, got in the
Holy
Nat
cow.
20 team.
You did
Everybody sees,
Yeah, what do we-
especially everyone, because all of you rolled like 20 plus. All of a sudden, there is a jostling in the crowd off to the left, a gasping of sorts, and somebody yells, "My bag!" And you see a cheetah is just grabbed a bag from like an old woman whose cane scatters to the ground, and an old raccoon woman, goes to the ground with one hand, scraping her skin as she falls, and this cheetah just is barreling through the streets, getting away with her oversized duffel that is made out of satin. Zygo, you immediately see an Emerald Coast insignia on the bag, which the man is clutching, and immediately with that nat 20, like this guy saw this bag with that thing and couldn't resist and just snapped it up. He
He's
is
not running past us,
booking
is
it
he?
away. He is running past you, but he is like, by the time you all see him grab the bag and start booking it, he's already 30 feet ahead of you and he is moving.
I'm the
you guys want
fastest.
to?
I want to chase him right now.
What's your speed?
Huzzah, do not.
It's 50.
50?
What about in your fancy clothes? Because it takes
Isn't
5
it
away.
50.
50 in her fancy clothes is 50.
Jesus.
She took the mobile feat,
Oh,
which
fuck.
you all know.
Oh,
Zaza,
my
level
God.
8 barbarian, takes the mobile feat and books it 50 feet,
Jesus.
Oh my god.
sprinting 100 feet. This cheetah is caught up to before he even gets around the corner with a speed of 35. Boom, you catch up to him. Are you immediately doing a grapple check of some kind to stop him, or are you gonna tackle him to the ground?
Yeah, no, I'm doing it more ladylike. I'm just like holding him. I'm grabbing.
Okay, so you're just gonna snatch him by the back of the neck.
Yeah.
Make an athletics check for me.
Athletics check. Okay.
Meanwhile, Zygo will say in the minds of everyone else, nobody else interfere. We are all still wanted in this city, and we do not want to draw attention to ourselves.
And
I
we
got-
don't have pipe.
I got a 9.
A 9 beats his nat 3. So
Wow.
you immediately
Wow.
snatch his
Weird
collar.
bless.
Whoa.
Let me go! Let me go! Come on! And he is trying to struggle away from you, and immediately you are just able to make one more athletics check. And I'm going to make one more acrobatics. Ooh, he rolled very high.
24.
Oh, but not that high. He
How high was
almost
it?
he almost kicks off of your thigh to like almost like fish dive off of you, and he gets away, and you just grab his ankle, and then thunk, he thunks to the ground,
Oh
and
my
you just drag him back. Immediately the crowd gathers around you. Everybody is, "Oh, thank you so much, my bag!" And this raccoon woman very carefully hobbles forward and outstretches her left paw for it.
Yeah, Zaza gingerly says, no problem. And she tries to be very fancy about it.
Make a performance check.
Oh gosh. What have I done? Oh wait, shoot. I rolled the wrong thing.
Do we get anything for performance?
Oh my lord.
No, that was perception.
Yeah,
No, that was perception, yeah. Oh great, I got a 19, so 21.
Nice.
Oh, you're so strong and so regal. What house are you from?
Oh, I'm from, the Checkles.
The Checkles,
Yes.
the Checkles. I've never heard of the Checkles house. Are you new or perhaps very old?
Oh, we're extremely old. our family actually is so old. We have properties in Masangu, so.
Roll a deception check with advantage.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, 13. And then what's the second one? Wait. Oh, fuck. 13.
Can I help her?
She already used it.
She already has
She already
Damn
did with advantage anyway.
Never mind.
The woman has clearly never heard of them, but Masangu, wouldn't travel there. Very good that you've moved to the mainland. And she takes the bag back, opens it. Roll a quick perception check for me, Zaza.
Perception. Okay, that's a good one for me. Nat 20.
Okay.
Christ!
This bag is just full of opals.
Whoa.
Just like she opens it and she's like shifting things around with her paws, like picking it up, fingering it with her very dexterous raccoon fingers. Yes, twirling it around, making sure nothing's been scratched.
Wow.
And she puts them back. Everything's accounted for. Good. Well, Miss Jekyll, I suppose.
Yes.
I owe you a thank you. I could give you one of these opals, or perhaps you'd like to come to dinner.
Yes, I would love to go to dinner with you. Thank you.
How foolish of me. I should introduce myself, of course. Perhaps you've heard of me. Roll a quick history check to make sure you haven't heard of her.
Okay. I got 17.
You'd have never heard of the name Romilda Dizzy.
Oh, beautiful. Amazing. Dizzy. Wow.
Simply stop by the Dizzy Mansion and anytime you like, and we shall prepare a banquet, a feast.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Of course, although I would prefer some advanced notice, so do leave a note.
Oh, of course. What are your plans tonight?
Tonight? Well, a banquet with you, if you would have it.
And Zaza like looks to the rest of her friends like, no. Tonight it is then. Thank you.
We're not anywhere near you.
Yeah.
Also, we're all shaking our heads no.
Why not? Let's do this.
I don't think we're invited.
Yeah.
What?
I don't think we're
Didn't
invited.
invite you and anyone.
So
Wait.
is it a yes then?
Miss Dizzy. What? Dizzy? Miss Dizzy?
Please, darling, you may call me Romilda.
Oh, Romilda, thank you. I would love to join you for dinner, but I forgot me and my friends were traveling, and I don't know if you could have a banquet for 5.
A banquet? Is that a challenge? A banquet for 5 is nothing. A banquet for 5 I could fart out in my sleep. A banquet for 5 is an insult.
Romilda.
We shall have a banquet for 50.
Oh. Romilda.
And you shall be the guests of honor. Yes, it is without discussion. Miss Jekyll, I've remembered your name now that we are friends, and I shan't forget. Tonight, please
This
come around
is
Dizzy Mansion at
why.
8 p.m.
8 p.m.
and we shall celebrate your reclaiming of my precious opals.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Joey sidles over to
Zaza-
Zygo and goes, and you wanted me to tell you everything I do ahead of time?
Zygo is trying to drive his tail through his forehead. He is just rubbing his forehead so hard with his tail. It is unreal.
Just because it's the new fancy thing, aren't 2 rolls of the D8 required for what happened there?
Yes. So really, yeah. Roll.
Fuck,
I'm gonna
you're
roll
so
that for
right.
you. Let's see what happens. I rolled a 1, so that is 1 damage
Wait.
to the 6 damage that your dress can take, and the other one is fine.
Every
Wait,
time
can
you
we-
every
Yes,
every time
because
we
you
do
made 2
athletics
athletics checks to
Oh,
keep that
great.
guy under wraps, and both times I have to roll a d8, and if it's a 1, it's a failure.
Okay.
So you have 1 out of 6 strikes for that
1 out
dress
of
to no longer be considered fancy. Zaza, you notice there's just the tiniest little hole in the left armpit where you had to overextend. It is not noticeable, but it worries you. You're like, oh, this fabric really held up. That guy really kicked off of you, and you really were pulled as his whole body's force jerked you forward. But still looking good, still fancy.
Yeah.
What do we do now, folks? Ramilda starts to look over at all of you who are clearly staring after Zaza. Are those your consorts? Should we meet them?
Yes. Come, Mr.
Oh, good, come. Guide me. I'm a bit shaky on this cobblestone.
Yes, no problem.
She hobbles over, holding Zaza's arm.
And Zaza looks like even more confident, like holding Ramilda's little hand and walking over to her friends. Miss Ramilda Dizzy, these are my friends.
My name is Olivier Harper.
Olivier, wonderful to meet you.
It's very nice to meet you.
I'm Nancy.
She holds her paw out for you.
I extend to touch it.
Okay.
Shake.
You give her a little shake. She accepts. She moves on. Nesbit nailed it. Cano.
Hi, I'm Nancy. It's very nice to meet you. I can see from your style you're very fashionable.
Hold on. I gotta keep track of all your crazy ass names.
Yeah, Nancy. So crazy.
They're probably the ones we're gonna put on the papers.
Yeah,
this
we're
is
probably
what
gonna
I'm
put these
guessing.
on our papers for sure.
That's a beautiful name.
Okay.
Olivier.
The good thing about being a bird is I only have to make up one name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nancy.
Olivier Harper. Zaza Checkle, straight up. Probably good, because your papers are that. Olivier Harper, Zaza Checkle. Nancy.
And then as everyone says their name, Zaza like says it right after them. Like
Nancy, yes.
Nancy.
I could see from your clothing you're very fashionable, and Kenna will hold out her hand and
Oh, thank you. I've been told several times.
today I'm sure.
Oh, stop. She is thrilled. And who are these two little ones?
Hello. My name is Joseph Campbell.
Oh my! I thought you were a little
Campbell.
I thought you were a little child, but you are an adult man. I can tell from your voice.
I was the runt of the litter. And this is my compatriot.
Well, sir, it is a pleasure to meet you. And who are you?
That's Soup.
Soup. Joseph Campbell and Soup.
Wow.
You had the entire chase to think of names.
Joseph Campbell.
I'm panicked.
Joseph Campbell.
It's Soup.
Which is also one of the
You
three.
call him Soup?
Oh my god.
Is Soup his given name, or is Soup something of a
It's
nickname?
a nickname. It's a nickname. He'll be offended if you don't call him that.
Well,
you know.
So what is your true name that I might embroider your name tag?
You can still call him Soup.
Make a persuasion check.
18.
Soup it is. And you, sir?
I'm so sorry. Do you mean me?
Oh, yes. And she lurches forward and taps you on the shoulder sort of heavily because she's leaning as far as she can. Yes, so I'm sorry. And she creeps down your arm to grab your hand and squeezes it too tight. Yes. And she yells at you, I am Romilda!
Oh.
It is such a pleasure to meet you, Romilda. My name is Parkus Shimmerscale.
What is it?
Parkus Shimmerscale.
Parkus Shimmerscale. And she goes, it is good to meet you! Well, your friends are wonderful, Zaza.
Oh, thank you, Ramilda. They are quite lovely. And we must start getting ready for our dinner.
Oh, yes, banquet at 8 p.m., Dizzy Mansion. Please be there, or I will take it as a great personal affront.
Oh, well, I know that some of us might not be able to make it. We've got, I know we'll try to send a couple of us, but I know we've got an errand to run, and it's must
Who will
run
be in
today.
attendance?
I will, for sure, Ramilda.
And the rest of you? Sven raises his hand.
I am sure a blind man would be out of sorts at such an establishment. I do not mean to be rude, but...
Oh, nonsense. One of our attendants can take you around.
I actually need him for my errand. funnily enough.
Yes, that is right, Zygo. Brain thinks, thank you so much to Kano.
Joey looks at Kano and kind of like,
well, put us down. Is it possible to put us down for a maybe? I don't want to inconvenience you in any way. You've been so kind to invite us into your home for a banquet, and that can't be missed upon us, and we know that that is a luxury indeed. And I'm so sorry I can't give you a definitive answer. I just know that there's something that an errand we have to run today, and
I just want you to know that Soup and I will definitively be there. Please excuse my rude compatriot.
Make a persuasion check, Kano.
Okay.
This is as dumb as it gets, team.
Oh.
We are just the dumbest dum-dums.
Hey, I see many benefits to this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Having friends in the city is not a bad idea.
That's very true.
There's positives to this.
Fake
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Positives.
Very well, fine. We shall set a separate table for the rest of you latecomers. Zaza, dear, I must be going, but it is a pleasure to bump into you, so to speak. Thank you, officer. And you see two blackjacks leading the cheetah away. Come on, let me out of here. Let me out of here. I want those opals. I wanted them. I wanted them with them. And then he's just gone around the corner. And she picks up her stuff. You see two massive rhinos come behind her and pick up 3 more identical bags traveling behind her. And then she says, oh, thank you, and grabs one of their arms instead and walks between them and says, see you this evening. And they walk her away off down the cobblestone.
We are in a city where 2 of us are known criminals. 4 of us are wanted, but 2 of us are recognizable. And you got us invited to a party?
As the guests of honor.
When we don't even have papers? Zaza.
I said we had to go get ready. So let's go get papers. How long could that take?
The line is insane. As soon as you guys
It's like the
get
DMV.
to the area,
It's like-
it's everyone who has disappeared.
Yeah.
Lined up way earlier than you guys.
Jesus Christ.
However, there's a guy walking along the line, sort of shrouded in a big cloak, and he just keeps like whispering to people, and they like keep moving away from him, like they're weirded out by his presence. And he finally gets up to you guys and you hear what he's saying, and he's going, papers?
Joey leans over and in her voice goes, Riff?
They started so good for Zygo.
This guy's not Riff, but he is saying like, yes, that's what I'm talking about. This fella seems to be some kind of little prairie dog.
Under her breath, Joey goes, are there cockroaches on the menu tonight?
Yeah. They're well done, but you have to order 20 minutes in advance.
Got it.
Like a lava cake.
Leave room for dessert.
Joey turns around, gives the others a look, and goes, we're coming with you.
What did I just, in her head, what did I just say to you?
Come on.
Not more than 1 hour ago about conferring with us about
The prairie dog
everything.
goes into the alley, anticipating that you're going to follow him. Who is behind him?
Joey.
Okay. Joey goes behind him. Are you guys going to wait in line, the rest of you?
I was gonna try to go. Is there a guard at the head of the line who I could try to persuade to let us in?
A guard? With your face?
No one questions me. I have an 18 charisma.
That's true. No one questions. That's true.
She has a high charisma and is considered
That's true.
fancy.
That's cool.
Can I hold the place in line while you do that?
Yeah, I'm gonna be blind in less than an hour, so whatever we're doing, we gotta do it relatively quickly.
Where is Sven? Does he come with me, or does
Sven Sven is with Joey. Sven
Cool.
is at Joey's hip, unless he is otherwise directed.
How do we know how long it looks like it could take to get to the front of this line?
Yeah, make a quick insight check.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same to try and.
I also love this thing.
Oh,
11.
13.
Oh, should I do an insight check too?
Mm-hmm.
11.
Okay. The highest one, 11?
13.
13.
13. This is gonna be a close call. You probably gonna be here for another 5 hours. It's like 3 p.m. right now. If you wait for this, it could be less, it could be more. I'm gonna roll for it. But you could be late to this thing you're supposed to go to, or you could have plenty of time. It's sort of like right on the line. But Kano, do you want to walk up to the front of the line and try to talk to a guard managing the front?
I'd like to try. Damn it.
You are in a more densely populated area of the city. It's a little more city-like. It's less this vacation-y kind of feeling that much of the rest of the city of Key East has. It feels like a dock city, like almost like a Virginia Beach kind of, except here, where it really feels like almost like the financial district of New York in the 1850s, like really dense, small buildings on top of each other, kind of. This particular building is registry, written over the top. There are 2 blackjack guards outside, Emporian guards dressed in a mostly black armor with gold ornamentation ribboned along their legs and arms, and as well as on their hats. There's gold feathering to their black caps. As you approach, one of them they're both holding these spears. One of them kind of steps in front of you and says, "Sorry, miss, can't let anybody in."
Oh, I do not know what was about to leave my mouth, but it was not what Kano sounds like.
It was about to be something like this, I bet.
I was going to be like, well, I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you trying to make fun of me?
You sound like you're from London.
You sound like
you're from
London. That is so our exact age.
Yeah.
All of us.
Yep.
You sound like you're from London.
London. That hit hard.
All right. That Paul Redline. Wow.
Oh, so good.
Although the weather outside is weather kind of ties it for me.
That one is
solid
such a good
one.
line.
Mhm.
Oh, man.
Anywho, shout out to Paul, who I'm sure watches.
Paul Rudd, if you're watching.
Much
Hey, Paul.
love.
Mr. Rudd.
Thanks a lot, Paul. Really appreciate it.
Thanks.
Hi, yes, I know. I hate to put an imposition on other people, but it's just that we've got a bit of a do tonight, and I'm worried that if we wait in the whole line, we'll be able to miss it. I'm sure you know Miss Drizzy. What was her name? I would know it. I just
Izzy.
Milda Drizzy.
Dizzy.
I'm sure you know Miss Dizzy. We're going to her house later for a do, and if we don't have our papers, I'll be stressed out the whole evening. And so, is there any way that we could just nip in and get our papers sorted?
Roll a persuasion check.
16?
16. What do you think? Oh no, you're not supposed to let anybody in. Well, I know that, but she seemed like she really needs it. What part of don't let anybody in? It's confusing. Look, miss, I'm sorry, my friend is a pushover, but we can't let anybody in. There's direct orders.
Please, isn't it? What is it?
It's because you're fancy now.
It's because I'm fancy.
You know,
Well,
when
please,
Australian
isn't
people get fancy, they become British.
Do you know?
Well, I don't make the rules. Oh, no,
It's
but isn't there,
violent too. It's a
isn't
horrible
there something-
transformation. Hello, Poppy.
Well, isn't there absolutely anything you could do to help me out? And she's gonna kind of like flirt.
Okay, roll a persuasion check.
Oh, cattish.
Oh my god.
Rolled off the table.
All right.
18?
All right. I thought you just told me. She let nobody in. She seemed like she needed help. Yeah, but shut this all up. All right. Yeah, this way. And he just sidles on in. And do you bring everybody up with you?
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much. And she'll wave, and then I'm gonna sneak each of them a crown.
As you sneak the one guy the crown, he looks kind of weird at taking it. And he's like, all right, thanks, I guess. And the other guy is like, is this a code? Does this mean something? Is there something written on this coin? The place I'm supposed to meet you or something? Or...
I don't know. We'll see how the rest of the afternoon goes.
You leave him, and he stares at the coin, and he goes, "I have to figure out this puzzle."
So just so we're clear, Joey and Sven are not with us, are they? You
No.
guys left. Yep.
Yeah, they are full gone.
That's fine.
Oh Lord.
That's fine. That's honestly fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
like Nesbit says, like in their heads, honestly, this might be a good learning experience for them.
What is the worst that can happen?
What we've already been
cutting to them. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's a perfect cue. Okay. Meanwhile, in the sewer.
Yeah, filled with acid roaches too.
All right, come on, it's this way. And you guys are. You guys are just walking along the darkest, dankest sewer. The sewers of Key East are especially nasty because the ocean tide pushes the sewage to and fro underneath the city. So there's no escaping the smell. It's all kicked up and very active. You actually see that as you guys get down this little ladder, classic, back into the sewer. Joey almost shrugs it off completely. Sven looks a little more trepidatious, but you calm him down quite quickly. As soon as you guys get down, the smell hits you, and the prairie dog takes out a little jar or something, sticks his finger in it, wipes it under his nose, and hands it, like gestures for you to take some.
Oh, what's this? That's not the right answer.
It's mint, unless you want to smell the shit. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll take it. Joey takes a little bit, puts it under her nose, and then puts a little under Sven's nose.
All right, follow close. There's a lot of larvae down here. And he takes off along the sewer. You guys travel next to and sometimes a little bit almost waist deep into the sewage of the city.
No.
It is really awful. Your clothes are immediately disgusting. At the moment, you are both no longer considered fancy, although your clothes are not
unfancied.
They're not destroyed. If they were cleaned, you would be okay. Assuming you can find a way to get the smell of the sewer out. Finally, you reach a iron wrought door in the side of this sewer. It does not look like it belongs, even a little bit. Goom, 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 goom. Goom. Door opens very slowly. The prairie dog, go ahead. Riff will see you.
All right.
Wait. Before you go in, just a couple of things you should note. Riff doesn't talk to people above ground, so he doesn't know what manners are. So be direct, be short. Don't worry about politeness. Just get in, get out. It'll be better for both of you.
Is there somebody outside?
Oh no.
Send them in, Bill. Send them in.
Joey looks at Sven and goes,
just be quiet,
so
okay?
as quiet as possible and just get in, get out. Trust me, it's gonna be better for everyone. Just get in, get out.
Got it.
You got crowns? You got crowns?
Yeah. How many am I gonna need?
How many pairs of papers you need?
2.
2? 1, 2.
Leaves us to
Make
the
sure you have
sharks.
at least 500 crowns ready.
500 crowns?
Are you trying to like talk him down? Hey, I'm not the guy you need to talk to. You need to talk to Riff if you want to try to negotiate.
I don't know if I have 500 crowns.
All I'm gonna say is negotiating will make you be in that room longer, and all I'm telling you is trust me when I say the longer you're in that room, the weirder it's gonna get because.
Let them in. I'm getting impatient.
Okay. I got 500 crowns.
All right, go. The prairie dog lets you into the room, boom, slams it shut behind you, and immediately the first thing that like really like strikes you is that there is a small fire burning in the corner. And sort of at like there's just papers stacked up everywhere, a big wooden mahogany desk, scrolls and scrolls and scrolls, and there is actually, the desk is facing like, if you guys walk into the room, there is a bookshelf, and then there must be a desk on the other side of it because there is a clattering as somebody is fervently moving a quill back and forth, and you see a large, leathery black wing poking out from the other side. Immediately as the door closes, oh, much shorter than I expected. And you see a bright red-eyed bat staring at you, dressed in loose black dress-like clothing. Just like a loose black dress that like starts at the neck, almost like a little kid cut a hole in a sheet, but just for the neck. And he gestures over for you. Come, let's see what we can do. And he swivels around in his chair, and he goes, both of you sit there.
Right. Sven, sit. Soup, sit. And then Joey says,
When you spoke, it was different than I expected.
Yeah, I get that a lot. I look very different than how I sound. I'm friends with Button Eye. I'd like 2 sets of papers so that we can move around the city freely, and that's it. Thank you, goodbye.
Make an intimidation check.
Oh, not intimidation. Sure it's not persuasion or performance? Oh, that's fine. I got a 21. 22.
Okay. That is not high enough. The bat lurches over the desk.
Did you say Button Eye? Cordo Button Eye?
Quick insight check.
Yes.
16.
He is so hard to read. He is just almost salivating, but like not like maybe he just is regularly salivating. It's hard to tell if it's because of this.
Potentially. There are a lot of Button Eyes in this universe.
But the Button Eye.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of those too.
How is Cordo these days?
Well, I don't really know if we're talking about the same Cordo Button Eye, but if we are, the one that I know is maybe not among the living anymore.
Cordo Button Eye is dead?
Hello, Herman.
Once again, it could be a different Cordo Button Eye, but the person that I know is not in the realm of the walking.
Cordo Button Eye dead? Oh, this is very bad. Friends of yours?
Can I do another insight check?
Yes.
18.
18. He seems really concerned that Cordo's dead.
No, Cordo was my friend. I tried to track down those that killed him. Unsuccessfully, but I tried.
Do you know who was responsible?
Yeah. Pen...
Friendly
Pendle?
ghost.
Pendle.
Friendly
Was it
Casper.
Casper?
Ermengarde Casper?
Yeah, Casper.
But he is dead.
Yeah,
I know him to be dead.
he is dead.
Did you kill him? Not a straight answer. Implies guilt, I think. Well. Good. Then this will be on the house.
And he sits back in his chair, and he starts really quickly whipping out all these papers. And then he piles them both. Hold still, don't move. And he just laser focus on you, just like, almost like a printer, just puts out a perfect sketch of you guys on the papers where it's supposed to have your ID. Normally there's a professional sketch artist there to do your portraits for you. And he just nails it in 2 seconds, and he says,
Take these.
Thank you.
Young one, don't be afraid to come see Riff again should you need anything while in Key East. Friends
Not
of
at all.
Cordo will be welcome here. I shall tell Bill.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate it, and I'm sure Cordo would value this interaction. He has given me many things, and your friendship being one of them.
Good. Good. This means things. Yes, I'll have to do some investigating. Very well, out with you.
Quick question, are our names on the thing?
The names that you gave him are there.
Okay. Joseph Campbell and Soup.
Joseph Campbell and straight up, well, Soup would have to probably have a real name, so what do you choose for his real name?
Mushroom, baby.
Sir.
Sven?
Nobody tell her anything. This is Jackie's choice.
Okay. Yeah, no, go.
If it's McLovin, it's McLovin. What is it?
Just Sir Cadigan is just all that's coming.
Sir Cadigan.
So sorry.
And what's his last name?
The Brave.
Sir Cadigan the Brave. Insane. Insane. You hear no protest from Riff. He absolutely does that for you. Okay.
Oh my god.
You are walking back out into the sewer. The fire fades into the distance. The door slams into the sewer. So that actually sounded like it went pretty well.
Yeah, he's a good guy. You know, hey, is there any way you could help me a little bit? Is there a cleaners around here that I could maybe go to with my friend?
Yeah, get rid of the smell. Yeah, I can hook you up with the cleaners, no problem. I know a skunk fella down by the docks can take care of you in a couple minutes.
Thanks, that would be very appreciated.
Sure, I'll give you the address. By the way, my name's Bill. If you need anything, well, I'll find you.
All right, or I can find you.
Either way.
Great.
Okay.
Got it.
And he like, you see him like kind of challenges you on the eyes, like, you're not gonna find me. I'll find you.
I'm gonna find you.
Like, that's the vibe. You're both like, I'm gonna find you. You're not gonna find me. I'm gonna find you. All right. Bill lets that. It's definitely got more of a vibe of like, don't steal my job. He's like feeling like a competitive vibe, like, I don't like that. That's okay. Well, fine. Bill walks out, brings you up out into the light of day, where meanwhile we will return to our party inside the registry building.
As we're walking in everyone's heads, Nesbit will say, honestly, it might be best that the two kids are not with us, since kids don't need papers.
Of course, a very good thing to remember that children do not need papers.
So it's probably for the best.
Yes, it would be silly for them to even be in this building.
But
or anywhere where they would
But she did decide herself as an adult for some reason.
She is pretending to be an adult who will need papers.
Thank you.
Ben won't.
Thank you.
Or sorry, Sir Cadigan
Sir
the Brave.
Cadigan the Brave. So he better be an adult, or else that's crazier.
Look, I wasn't saying anything other than straight facts about the universe just out loud.
Same,
okay.
Yeah, we're just chatting.
My favorite scene ever.
You guys have been brought to a room in this gilded golden hall, except that it's like really dirty. It was clearly once like a splendiferous, beautiful temple to bureaucracy, but now it is more of just like a DMV, like a golden DMV. And you are hustled into like a back room where it's much nicer, you get away from the rabble right away. When the door shuts behind the crowd, immediately like gets real quiet. And you guys have like a moment of peace in these sort of cushy chairs. They're all sort of large iron. It's a little nippy today, so customarily there's a little fire in the fireplace right next to you, as well as a big pitcher of water with some lemon slices floating in it, as well as some sprigs of mint. Looks really enticing. You guys all get a nice, refreshing cup of water. Everybody recovers 1 HP should they need to, because of this refreshing, delicious water.
Thank you.
And you're all just kind of left to your own devices to sit.
If I have one more cup, can I have 1 more HP? Because then my HP would be 69, and I just really would like that.
Hilarious. Go for it.
Nice.
Kano starts chugging water.
Kano is hydrated.
Kano is very hydrated. Hey, you guys are left alone in this waiting room. There is a small Akita dog fella that with a very large bespectacled face, who, all kind of ruffled up and says, "Okay, you guys can just wait in here and we'll be right with you as soon as we're available for you."
Thank you so much.
Of course, no problem. Hope you have a wonderful experience at the registry today. And he heads out the door and resumes his duties, leaving you all completely alone.
So, Zaza, Nancy,
Palkas.
Parkus,
And
Olivier.
Right. Good.
Thinking. And there's no one in the room, right, George?
Nobody in the room.
Are there cameras
There are
in
not
this
cameras.
1700s era
No.
room? Okay.
I still will whisper. Zaza will still whisper. I think I want to get some extra papers, if that's all right with you all.
Another set?
Yeah, I've been using my name, and I just want to be careful.
Sure.
Thank you.
Like if that goes to scat and you have to have a new one as a backup.
Yes.
There's no harm in that. It is actually a very good idea.
Thank you. I'm sorry if I brought too much attention to us earlier.
You helped a helpless woman. Who are we to blame you?
I can blame you a little bit, but we all make mistakes.
I very am much looking forward to the banquet, but I'm sorry if I made anyone uncomfortable.
Oh, speaking of that, and Kano will look meaningfully at someone named Gabe Zygo.
Zygo.
Perdo or whatever your name is. Parker.
Parkus.
Parkus. Mm-hmm. I don't think the party is exactly on your mind, is the first thing we do.
Well, we are here for a reason. Making contact as soon as possible is not necessarily a bad idea. Though I do not mean for us all to go rushing into anything, it might actually be nice to have a night where we are not being chased or attacked.
Whatever.
What's a banquet?
Oh, a banquet is lovely. There's so much food, especially when it's a rich person. Oh my God, like, you don't understand. We're going to have a great time, Nesbit. It's going to be crazy.
Or our covers might get blown and then we'll have to run out of the city without finding the scientist. But
Which I am very much hoping is not on the agenda.
yes.
Romilda loves us. I don't think there's going to be anything wrong with it.
Door opens again. The same fellow. Make sure you enjoy your stay at the registry.
All right, thanks, mate. I will. Appreciate it.
And there is a blackjack soldier with his hands in his pockets. Just sort of like in the room. And he is left alone with all of you. He is a weasel fella. Has a very long, fancy rapier at his hip. And his robes look really dirty, though of high rank. Make a quick history check, everybody.
23.
This guy is a sergeant.
I rolled an
which
11.
Is, in the Emporian army is under captain, so he's not like the same as like a captain, but he's like, he commands squads.
He's a ranking official.
Yeah, he's a ranking officer.
You all right? Hello, everyone. Harry.
Hello, officer. You look like you've gotten into a bit of a tumble there.
Well, what can be said, huh?
Suppose
Blue
it.
fly comes out of nowhere and poof, off we are, eh?
Certainly.
I would say it goes with the job, but it's a pretty singular experience, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that it is.
He looks over at Zygo. Zygo, have you?
Oh yeah.
As soon as the door open.
I don't think Zygo ever took the blindfold off in this space.
Well, because we've gone from like being in a line around tons of people to like then going,
Yeah. He takes a look at you for a second, Zygo, and then he takes his eyes off you, and then he just like kind of peeks his head. And then he looks back at you, thinking that maybe he recognizes you for a second. He goes, "Oh, you look familiar." And then he looks at all the rest of you and he goes, "Do I know where you..." And then he looks back at you again and he goes, "Oh, no, never mind. No, don't know where that is." And you all turn to look and see that Zygo's face has manifested this big, thick scar on its left side. And his face has actually changed shape. In sort of a reflex of danger, there is an illusory quality to Zygo's skin that has reactively kicked in. It's sort of like a dark magical energy that only Zygo is really aware of the source of. It's coming from his second level in Warlock, as Mask of Many Faces immediately starts to kick in, and Zygo alters his appearance just a little bit so as not to look at anything like his portrait, but still maintaining like his same general vibe. And the guard shakes his head, clears his brain for a second, and says, "Just getting a bit impatient is all."
Places like this will do that to you.
Nothing like getting disappeared in the middle of the forest to really mess up your plans.
What brought you to, was it work that,
Oh,
put you
yes.
out there?
Bit of work, yes.
Certainly.
Good work, though. Needs to get done.
We are very grateful for your service.
Yeah. Well, now we'll see what happens when it's left undone. We get what happened here.
Right.
Everybody disappeared. Well, don't worry. You have it on me, as a sergeant of Key East, that those frog folk in the swamp will pay for what they've done. We'll see to that.
And right then, a door opens up. "Ready for you. Come." And the four of you are gestured forward to come inside. "I see Dale's doing you a favor, it would seem, eh?" And you leave Harry in the room behind you. Can everybody make a quick insight check?
18.
What?
Matching in outfits and roles.
That's what I'm saying.
5.
5. Everybody else, you get this really sinking feeling from this guy. He's not particularly impressive looking. He's not imposing. He's not physically scary. But the way this guy holds himself, he thinks he's immortal. And there is a really unsettling energy as you leave the room, and he stares all four of your backs into the wall. It's not a moment of recognition. He doesn't recognize anybody. He's not going to race out the room and like call the forces. He's not shocked, but he does clock a little bit of the hesitancy of the group when he speaks about making the frog folk in the swamp pay. And you all kind of go, huh?
Someone came in.
Somebody came in. But he, it's a group vibe check. The vibe check in the room gets a little weird. Unless you were psychopaths, it would have to get a little weird at that shock of a mention. But he just like notes that. But then, as the door's closing, his eyes go back to his own business and he starts to pace around the empty room. And you guys are all brought in. There is a very kindly looking mouse who sits you all down, gives you all a nice warm cup of coffee, it would seem.
Right, okay, so let's go ahead and just make sure you're all set here. Everybody give me your names and we'll get all these papers sorted out for you. And just make sure when we tell you to, Michael here's a great sketch artist, but he can't get you if you keep moving.
So you guys all get your papers done. What are the names you give? Olivia Harper, correct?
Olivier Harper, yes.
Olivier Harper. Nancy, Parkus Shimmerscale.
Mm-hmm.
And Zaza, what is the fake name you give for your alternate set of papers?
I'm giving Lara Centleberry.
Lara
Centleberry. That's
She's
my name.
Okay. Lara Centleberry. Okay, and everybody should be all right. Unlike the disgusting papers that Joey and Sven will show you as you exit the room that have been tattered and look very old, these are pristine, new, provisional papers. So these papers will only be good for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Something to note. It's to give everybody time to get their actual affairs in order and provide proof of who they really are with some more like concrete evidence. These provisional papers are just to keep things moving in the city and the economy before everything gets re-verified. So you guys all meet out back up on the street. It is quite busy today. However, because of how rapidly you were all able to get your stuff, and considering it's about 2 p.m., you all have plenty of time to take a little rest if you'd like.
Oh, should we go back to the...
Like a long rest or a short rest?
So I believe, here's the fun thing. Where are you going back to sleep? That actually matters. If you're going to, if you want to take a long rest, because if you're just camping, then you're not going to be able to take a long rest in 5 hours.
I figured we'd probably be headed back to the hotel.
Now that we have
the wrong resort?
Yeah.
Now that we have
You have papers.
Either there
Okay.
or the university if you would want to go there now.
No, not yet.
Okay, so back at the shoreline outside of the wrong resort and casino.
When we're on the shoreline, is anyone around us?
There are a couple of people around you, yes.
Oh, but my magic's invisible, right?
It is invisible, yes.
Okay. I'm going to oh my god. I'm literally blanking out on characters we met. What is George, what was the name of your character, the husband? Your character? With Marty?
Marty's husband?
Yeah.
Oh, Orson.
Orson. Okay.
Person.
I'm going to whisper into myself, Jessica 3, and Jessica 3 will come up to me. And I think I didn't tell you I took this spell and traded it out, but it's just ants. And I'm going to whisper into Jessica 3 a message as I cast Animal Messenger.
Dope.
And I'll write out the 25 word message, but essentially it's just Orson, the frog people, or the frogs, are being blamed for the mayfly. Warn them. Get out while they still can. I have a hat now. I have a hat. I have a. Is that? I forget.
I have
a. Okay. And then Jessica 3 will.
All the ants fly away.
For 24 hours, and I'm guessing mine as a flying messenger will fly and deliver that message to Orson.
Yep, and away it goes.
Okay.
Dope.
The ants, a battalion of ants break off and also guide Jessica 3. It's very epic, and they fly away. There's a quick music break that sounds something along the lines of, why not? It sounds like this. As the ants shoot through the waves, there's a fish that leaps out of the water, attempts to eat them both. Half the battalion is destroyed. Jessica jostles. The message just in her little ant brain. So it's 25 words. She's just trying to keep it. One of the ants dives downward as a squadron of little groupers start to swim underneath the ants, and one of the ants gives Jessica a little salute, dives down, and suicide stings the fish that is about to go and stab her. Jessica breaks away with 2 more ants flanked into the distance, and she is gone. Meanwhile, back on the shore.
You see none of that, right? It's all invisible.
No, it's all invisible.
All invisible. All completely invisible.
Oh, that's
right,
so
with
good.
a nice day on the beach.
So I think going in, maybe because I don't know where Joey is or whatever, but let's just go with them being kids because kids don't need papers.
Sure.
In
Right.
you come. Ren gives you a little, oh, very good. So we're all here. Then papers, if you wouldn't mind, and we can get you all set.
Yes, sorry, today's been a bit busy.
I
And
understand,
Kano will slide forward the provisional papers.
Very good. All right. Well, that'll be 2 crowns per person per night. Children will be 1 crown each. 2, 4, 6. So
Oh,
it'll
are
be,
we with them?
10 crowns per evening. Oh, you're not with them. Right. So you've met back up with your group after coming out of the sewer.
Oh,
yes.
Did we go to the cleaners?
No, so okay, cutting back before this, you guys will have to take a quick stop by the cleaners before.
Yeah.
So actually, you've just been told there are 2 children. They're playing out in the beach. Joey and Sven have gone off to see the cleaners.
Right.
And for those 2 children you mentioned, there'll just be 2, and it's a little, what'd you say, a coyote and a fox?
Yes.
Right, very good. All right, I'll be on the lookout for them. Tell them to have fun. Lots of holes dug, but make sure they, fill them back in so no one breaks an ankle. Besides that, please feel free to check out our charter. Horton Prince Jr. is a very capable captain, and his heart is set in the right place. If his conversation is not a bit up to your liking, as very cultured folk, and if you should need anything in your stay while you cannot find me, please feel free to speak to my associate, the Shrewd Tusk, who will be available to help you at any time.
Amazing, thank you.
Of course, take your rooms. Right over to the side here. She opens the rooms up for you, and have a lovely stay at the Wrong Resort and Casino. Betting will begin at 9 p.m. Should you like to try your luck. Good.
We told Joey and Sven, hey, you guys are kids here. Did we make that clear?
Yeah, you guys can do a little pre-plan. Meanwhile, you guys
really want to make that
who
clear.
Knows?
Yeah,
Who knows?
I
if
don't think
did?
we have said that, honestly.
You guys will have met up before Joey and
Yeah,
Sven go.
I just want to make sure that on
Yes.
paper we told them, you guys are kids,
Your
kids don't have
children.
papers.
But who knows what they're gonna do?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, underneath the docks, there is a right where you were told he would be. There's just a skunk sitting on a rock underneath a dock. He's got overalls on.
Hey.
Hi, are you the people Bill said?
Yeah, the name's Joseph Campbell, and this is Soup.
All right, and y'all are on the up and up and all that, with the whole,
Of course.
if are there cockroaches on the menu tonight?
They are well done. That's the wrong accent. Yeah, they're well done. They're well done.
All right, step over here into the water if you wouldn't mind. You guys step over to the water, and he goes, all right, 1, 2, 3, yeah! And he snaps his fingers, and there is just a little burst of energy. And all of your clothes, just all the poop, just sucks out of it and drops into the water next to you. And he goes, all right, get out of it, quick, get out of there, get out of there. The poop's in the water, get out. And you guys scamper out of the water. Wash the poop. All right, you guys are good. See y'all later. And the skunk hops off the rock, and he, all of a sudden, there's just a dead drop that this guy goes underneath the dock, and he picks up a little pouch of coins, and he puts them in his pocket, and he walks off.
Hey, mister.
Yeah.
And Joey opens up her purse, and she flicks him a gold coin, gives him a nod and a wink, and tilts her little fedora.
All right, thank you kindly. And he walks off.
Great. Joey
Great.
turns to Sven and goes, lets go of her dagger and goes,
Okay, Sven, time to go home.
And you guys all walk back you guys walk into the Wrong Resort and Casino. You've been told, be kids. Sven walks in, and
I'm
immediately
just a child. Hi.
you scream, I'm just a child.
apparently.
All
All right. Are you the little ones from earlier?
Yep, that's me. I'm Joseph.
Joseph.
Holding on to that.
All right. Very good. Oh, Joe. So yes, Joey. I see. Very good. And you are
That's Soup.
Soup. Your name is Soup?
That's what we like to call him. He doesn't respond well to anything else. Trust me.
All right. Soup. It is wonderful to have you here, staying at the Wrong Resort and Casino. Very well. Your rooms are around the corner, dears.
Thank you very much.
Yes. I love your jacket. Sven. And he gets back into the room. You guys are all reunited in these beautiful, plush, comfy beds. You may take a long rest with 4 hours of time.
Ooh. Oh, we love it.
Very nice.
Benefit to staying in the lap of luxury.
What a treat.
However, every night will cost you 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 crowns per night.
Well worth it.
Okay.
Total?
Well worth it.
Yes, 10 crowns every evening. Make sure we denote that. It will also just it'll have been 10 crowns up front, so somebody can delete that.
I'll do it right now.
Okay, so
I
you
think
guys all settle
Zaza
in
and
for
I paid 2 each beforehand. So
great.
I'll take
so
6.
just
Six.
great. Just do 6 away. You guys all want to go in for a quick little long rest before the evening's festivities?
Yeah.
Very
Okay.
much so.
Anything we do before we sleeps, or just going in for a quick nap, just boof into the bed?
Shower for sure, because we've
Shower
changed,
for
but
sure.
like
changed, but we have not.
There
Yeah.
are
Already
hot
changed.
baths readily available. There's a little bath hall down the thing. You guys have little
Hell yeah.
flip flops in your rooms. It's like college. You guys all walk out in your flip flops and a little caddy, and there are these little private stalls where you can sink into a hot bubbling bath, and it's very relaxing. Everybody is perfectly crystal clean.
I want to clean off my plate armor as well.
Yep, your plate armor gets all shiny. Absolutely. There's actually a professional, if you want it to gleam like impressively, there's a service you can give 2 crowns and they will, 5
Ooh.
crowns and they will buff it out for you.
Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And it looks good. It looks like impressive, this armor.
Could I be fancy in it?
No, you cannot be fancy in it.
I can always ask.
Because you cannot blend with fancy people in such armor.
Okay. I didn't know if like the impressive, like, ooh, would.
Yeah. Anybody else, anything significant we do before we take a little nizap?
Zygo, I guess, will sort of like play with his shape shifting. I know when it like first came online for him, it was just automatic. But does it require verbal somatic if I was to do it like in public?
The disguise self will require verbal somatic. Yes.
Cool.
It will. Yeah. So for this moment, it manifests like out of your control. And
Cool.
now that you have a handle on it and you sort of like start to feel the muscle, like it's not going to just come innately anymore to you.
Love it.
Okay, cool. So yeah, that will still require verbal somatic. Sorry about that.
No, that's fine.
However, anybody else? Sorry. So as Zygo is playing in his mirror, Kano goes and gets her armor buffed. Zaza, anything?
Can I give another look at my Moldavite?
Yeah. Make an Arcana check again.
Oh shoot. I got a 2.
All right, you have no idea.
Can I look at my dress again?
Yeah.
And that's
I did already tell you everything about the dress, actually.
What a pretty
Oh
dress.
shit, yes. You're right.
What a beautiful dress.
It's
Well, it's all it's terrible and stuff. Yeah.
How about Nesbit?
I think Nesbit just talks for a second to his colony. So you all raised me up earlier. We have a lot of talking to do, because you have some explaining to do, everyone. Oh, that's gonna be very useful. And then Nesbit just goes to bed dreaming about all the ways that he can kill.
No.
And meanwhile, Sven is out immediately. Poof, in a pillow, out. Lights out meatball, unresponsive, breathing, but out. And Joey, you get nestled into some covers, close your eyes.
Here we go.
Have you considered my offer?
I told you to go away.
No, Joey. I don't just go away.
Yes, you do. I told you to.
You can't make me.
I don't
And
want...
there's this of wooden limbs that appear out of darkness, Joey. You're in a black void with a room that is somehow lit just around you, and these wooden spectral limbs, 5 times the size they were when you were in your little mindscape when the connection was true. This is some kind of dream. Much larger. And that hooded, cloaked face.
I want to wake up. I want to wake up.
Joey starts pinching herself. I'm gonna wake up.
This isn't real. This isn't real. This isn't real.
You can't. You can't wake up. You're already with me. Look at the power I could give you, Joey.
I don't want your power.
You see visions of yourself wielding immense magical power. A ball of fire raised above your head explodes down, sending people, blackjacks scattering. All of these soldiers, intent with murder in their eyes, are burned before you, ash. And they wisp off with wind as you stand atop a broken throne of Emporia.
This could be you, Joey. You could take it all with my help.
This isn't the type of destruction I want.
Oh. And what kind of destruction do you want, Joey? Yes, Joey. What kind of destruction do you want?
Madame Cassandra?
I am here, child. Go away. She is mine.
No. I'm
She
nobody's.
is no one's.
Yeah. I'm nobody's.
A little black spectral jellyfish floats in front of you.
Joey slowly lifts out her hand.
You've been doing your reading. Very good, child.
I didn't finish the book yet.
Read chapter 2. 4th paragraph. Read the incantation. See you soon, little one.
And you wake up. You're in your bed, everybody else is sleeping.
Joey runs over to her bag and throws it open and starts rifling through it. But the book almost seems to leap up into her hand.
You quickly flip to the page. Again, it's as if the wind is opening it for you. And you read the words, a prayer of devotion to Yzma. Unde duce isque. Unde duce isque.
Unde duce isque.
There is a buzzing in your fingers. And the settling of some kind of divine power suddenly within you. and you just open your hand and it's suddenly coursing with a destructive energy, which fades quickly as you close your palm. And you have taken your first level in Destruction Cleric.
What?
All right, and that's where we're gonna end tonight, baby. Make sure you tune in next week for when we go to this kooky, crazy banquet.
Ooh.
Oh man!
Are you expecting to throw a banquet next week, George?
So our party, as it stands, is
we need new
Nesbit
tags.
Bisbee. Yeah, I'm gonna get all new tags for everybody's character screens. Nesbit Bisbee, we have a level 7 ranger, level 1 warlock. We have Zygo Coiltail, a level 5 druid, level 6 druid, level 2 warlock. We have Zaza Chekel, level 8 barbarian, Kano, level 8 paladin, and we have Joey, level 7 rogue, level 1 destruction cleric.
Destruction Cleric? What is that?
What does that even mean?
It's a homebrew from Mage Hand Press.
Mage Hand.
Wow.
Yeah, it is a real fun one, and it is bonker redonkers. If you take one more level, there's an ability called, I think it's like Calamity, and it's just like every dice of damage that you roll max on, if you roll max on it, you get to roll the dice again and add more damage on.
Yeah, it explodes.
Incredible.
Yeah,
it is truly insanity. And it's a really fun subclass. Check it. The reason I say it is everybody go check out Mage Hand Press. It's super great. They're super amazing. Thank you all so much for hanging out. It's perfect for a 10-year-old. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us tonight. We're all gonna go get a good night's sleep, but make sure that you check out Hero Club. We just put up a really fun interview with our good friend Marty Abbey Schneider, who you guys probably saw a couple weeks ago as Byron. He has a really funny story or 4 that he tells on this podcast, so make sure you give it a look. And then also the next episode of City of Mirrors, episode 2, is coming out on Tuesday. Make sure you listen. The prologue is awesome. We're very proud of it. It got crazy numbers. We're really excited about it. That's awesome. Thank you all for listening to it. Anybody else got anything fun to plug before we go for the night?
There's already someone did a picture of Sven in pants shirt.
What?
No.
I
want to see.
I put it in
How?
chat. I put it in chat.
Where?
Someone is incredible.
I put it in Zoom chat.
If you're in chat, shout out.
Who is it? Who is it? Who did this?
I think it's Holy Cows.
Nessa.
You know who it is.
Holy Cows.
Wow.
Unreal.
It's amazing.
Wait.
It's so cute.
I'm opening it now, live. I'm opening it live.
Shoes.
I want to see it.
Look at him.
Unreal.
Oh, in pants shirt. Oh, look at it. Oh.
Holy Cows, take a point of inspiration.
Oh my God. Oh, I've never given out like the inspiration bubble. I would give it to you. That shit is so dope. That's so
Incredible.
Dope. Wow, the turnaround.
Oh my
y'all,
God.
What a cool vibe to end the night on. That feels so sick. You're awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Anybody got anything fun to plug? Everybody go watch McCullum. Watch Dylan's stream.
Oh yeah.
It's really fun. I've been watching him. His little nightmare stream was insane and hilarious. And anybody else got anything fun?
We fancied, baby.
We're
fancy,
baby.
We're
And we're gonna get
fancy.
even more fancy next week. Make sure you tune in next week, and we'll see how the Dizzy's Mansion goes for our absolute wild cards. All right, have a great night, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow at 5 and next week at Tuesday at 6. Bye, guys.
Bye.